check, I was straight, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
And welcome to Whatever It's live on WordSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinmo Raxter. I'm Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, here. Cousin Aaron in the building. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Last night wasn't a sporgy, but it was a good night of sports here in Detroit. I don't have a rooting interest in the national championship game. We'll talk about that, obviously. Fernando Mendoza, I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be good, but I'm going to be rooting for the kid.
He's exciting to watch. Obviously, that touchdown run was fucking awesome. Like
one of those special moments, man. Yeah,
it really is. I mean, the Heisman, the game-winning touchdown run, very cool.
On
Obviously,
fourth down,
took a couple licks too.
Yeah,
like,
I think he was concussed.
Oh, for sure.
And in the game, he was like, "Yeah, the Miami Heat pretty tough." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah,
they're not the Miami Heat."
Hey, dude.
Yeah. No, dude, that's the game.
It's what you do.
Drop
I know people are on their high. Oh, he was concussed. He should have been out. No. It's the fucking national championship game, dude.
Yep. And shout out to Miami for putting up a fight. Like, a lot of people were saying it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
It was not. If it weren't for that block punt, Miami was a championship. Matter of fact, Carson Beck, if he wasn't dog shit, he's not dog shit, but he's not good.
Fat warrior.
Mid?
He's mid. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good.
It's just insane to me. Like, it's mini pro. I did not know he was out of college for 2 fucking years.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yeah, dude, this is his 6th year.
So you're just like a pro right now, missing that throw. That was nuts. Obviously,
made $6 million.
Deal. Yeah.
And I think that throw at the end, that looked like a miscommunication. Because, like,
it was way off.
It was way off. He threw it right to the safety.
I'm watch it again, actually, to be honest with you.
Super chat in there from Labartney, our guy. He says, shout out to the heavyweights. It's 2 a.m. in Dubai, and I'm crashing out soon. Hope you have an amazing show. Oh, and shout out to the minimum $4.99 Dubai super chat. No way.
that's how rich they are.
They're like, yeah, you could only donate $5. That's insane.
That's insane.
Well, we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
And sweet dreams, sweetheart.
Oh, I don't know.
It looked like a miscommunication to me.
Yeah.
It just looked like he was expecting him to do something else.
He also got lit up like a goddamn firework early on that last drive. Yeah, it could have costed them, almost costed them the game.
That's true.
That 15-yard
87
penalty.
I would force 87 to transfer out if I was Mario Cristobal. That tight end that missed the block on the punt.
Oh.
I'd be like, hey buddy, you're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because he Olayed him, and it was a block punt touchdown. Like
that was what decided.
He literally just went like they didn't even try to block him.
Yeah.
Looked a lot
You're a
like
personal protector. Personally protect the punter. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Looked a lot like, or reminded me of DJ Moore just cruising towards that corner on that Caleb Williams pick, just not doing his job, going through the motions. In that kind of game, that's the difference. Shout out IU, though. I've been a Mendoza fan all year. His post-game speeches are electric. He practices them every single day when he wakes up. He's ready to rock. He dropped an F-bomb, so he was definitely concussed.
Did he drop an F-bomb?
He dropped an F-bomb.
He
said, like, let's fucking go or something like that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So he was definitely concussed. I think the Raiders got one in him.
He's got to be, right?
He's going to be good.
More on that later, potentially, when we go around the league.
Around the league coming up. But, yeah, dude, shout out to Mendoza. He's easy kid to root for. And shout out to Kurt Signetti as well. Could be the greatest fumble of all time.
For Michigan State.
Yeah.
Yeah. For every program. Because this is his first bite at the apple at
and he's not going anywhere. He is going to be an IU for the rest of his career.
Unless he decides to step down. He was talking about it last
night. Well,
for
the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to coach anywhere else.
No.
He's a dog. Shout out Kurt
He doesn't need to. He's turned in the end as a national champion.
And they have a stipulation in his contract where he's a top 3 paid coach every year, no matter what.
What is
And it's Mark Cuban. Like, if somebody tries to go poach him, they've got Mark Cuban.
I guess I was listening to McAfee for a little bit before I left the house today. I guess he's not even the biggest donor.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I did not know IU was rolling like that. And, alums.
Yeah, why can't our, like, 4 billionaire...
I mean, they kind of do.
I mean, they do, but we need more. Tommy G.
Yeah, Tommy G, come on.
Tommy G, money bags. Come on. I love what you're doing with the Pistons, but, like, throw a bag on Michigan State.
He's probably trying to pay off that Monty first. He's like, I got some bills to pay.
Take some of that Monty money and Dump it into Michigan State's program.
Chris, I'm gonna see some crazy shit actually while they're talking about this.
Okay.
My boy, I just found out his name is Mauanoga, not Mauigoa. He looked phenomenal last night.
Mauanoga?
Yeah, the G's and N. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I see where your mind went. No, that's a great game. Great game. I want to send Chris this video real quick. It's probably gonna take him some time to download it because I'm sending it to him late like an idiot. But Bloomingfield, Indiana. Did you guys see the drone shots of the fucking like downtown?
Oh, I bet. I haven't seen it, but
It's. I mean, you know how cold it is here. Indiana's the same type of weather. Like as cold as it is here, there was it looked like 1 million fucking people there.
I mean, I bet.
Dude, they live for football.
That's
all they got there.
What else do they have other than Indiana football?
They had basketball once upon a time. That's it.
Shout out Hurley throwing the or Knight throwing the chair.
Bobby Knight.
Yeah, first 16-0 season in football since I think Harvard.
And they were so juiced up on the Colts too. Like,
yeah, and
they had that like flash in the pan of, oh shit, the Colts are back.
They're on a nice little run actually from the Pacers last year in the finals.
Yeah.
To the Colts playing the way they did at the beginning of the season, and then this Indiana team.
Some would say white boy winter.
White boy winner for
White
sure.
boy winner,
Dude.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, they got some Mendoza's. Yeah, he's a spicy white.
Look at this.
We count him.
He's got a little
You
peel off in that
the way-
rice.
Holy.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, they're all there to watch my homemade porn.
It's like that one. It's
not that
like
good.
that one
I
episode
want it,
of
I
SpongeBob,
want it, I want it.
like where they're all just the little dots.
It's like 2 stars.
That's great.
I
Where's
left a bad
fucking
review.
Waldo?
That is crazy, bro.
Signetti of Paisan, by the way.
Man, that should be us with the Lions.
Okay, why'd you? We were doing so good.
Because I'm gonna get it right up in
We
ya.
were doing so good.
We
Spenny.
should- we
What
should've
did you?
got-
Why'd you got to do
We
that?
should have got one of those. We should have had one of those.
Also would have been
I know
10
we
It
don't
would have
talk-
been way more people
Yeah,
too. It
10
would-
times the
oh
people.
my god!
I got one more video to send you, Chris. Actually, too.
I know we don't talk really
Okay.
like college football at all. Like, are you guys hyped for the Big Ten compared to like SEC? Do you guys take credit in that? Because I'm honestly
yeah.
hyped for Big Ten. As soon as all these guys start getting paid, I'm fired the F up. Like, SEC country just means more. Let's ride. All that
Send
shit
you another one, Chris.
is behind us. That is in the past. As soon as people are being able and allowed to be paid,
Yeah.
3 in a row.
3 in a row, like,
Yeah.
you cannot make that shit up. And honestly, I think it's just an absolute joke. Anybody that said, oh, college football isn't back, it wasn't Bama, it wasn't Georgia, like, I've seen SEC
Are people
folks,
saying that?
SEC folks online, like,
Oh
people
yeah,
like
they don't count.
crazy
They don't
talk.
count. Because I'll tell you this, as a guy that's not heavily invested in college football,
Yeah.
I was locked into these playoffs after the first round. The first round, little fuck, you gotta get some of the JMUs.
Yeah, they
out,
got to
whatever, you know what I'm
iron
saying?
that out, but
Yeah. Well, whatever. Give those guys a shot. I don't care. Like I don't have to watch that weekend. I don't care. I will if it's a good game. But if the bad games, I don't give a fuck to watch. It is what it is. Every game after that, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Maybe outside of Alabama, IU, which is still crazy to say out loud.
yeah, you still watch 16-1s, like, in the tournament in basketball and, like, 15-2s that maybe,
Yeah,
like,
leave it.
at, like, once every, like, 4 or 5 years. So maybe leave it. I don't know. But maybe one team. I don't need 2 group of 5 teams. I think there was something special this year that happened.
They're trying to go to 24 is what it is. And the Big Ten said they're not going to sign on the expansion to 18 unless it goes to 24.
I think they should leave it the way it is.
It was
No,
awesome.
don't like
I
that.
don't think change a thing about it.
Yeah.
I think it
Seems
was
like
Well,
the
it's
best ever
definitely
was.
going to change, and they're definitely going to
yeah.
add a lot more teams.
money hungry, whatever.
Yeah, there is no way they're just going to stay at 12.
But the Big Ten threatening not to sign the 18, I don't think anyone's fucking covering their boots because it was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's they're going to do it. They're going to fold. There's going to be a 24-team playoff pretty soon.
One of the products from the Miami loss. I was a well-known fan that many of you are probably fans of. Abella Danger.
I mean, who's not a fan?
You know, she's got great work out there. And
Pro
whatever,
all
she's
day.
not the best
Gotta
looking, but
be.
she's a freak. You know,
She's on the throat Rushmore.
yes.
Throat Rushmore.
Yes.
My balls was hot.
Mount Rushmore.
Let's do this real quick. We
Okay.
do not promote sexual gratification at all on this network. We do not promote violence upon others at all on this network. Everything we do is in a satirical and comedic fashion. We are not real. You are not real. Do not sue us.
I've seen this girl do so many disgusting things. Somehow this is the girl. This is not a good crying angle. She's an ugly crier. Wait till you see it. Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like her
Ugly
face
crier.
muscles can't even move.
You know what it is? Is the camera. Acknowledge me. I'm used to the camera being.
Yeah, I'm different for the.
Yeah, I'm used
the
to
other
POV. Yeah,
normally the
looking down on
POV
her.
is looking down.
Yeah, not looking up.
But you know what?
Somehow it's the gross thing I've seen her do.
My heart goes out to her because I've seen her take a lot.
think so? That
for
looks the
that to
nicest.
bring her to tears, she must really be going through it.
I've seen her brought the tears, brother. I've seen her brought the tears.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that one's not doing it for me.
Yeah.
Like her
not
other
great.
videos better.
It's insane to have a college quarterback that's not in college, 2 years graduated, he's dating a porn star.
Dating a porn star.
That actually goes to the school, allegedly.
Oh, really?
She goes to Miami.
Yes.
For what?
That's what I heard.
Graphic design.
Maybe she went to Miami.
No, goes. Like, tried to make a career change.
No way.
What? She find Jesus?
No.
I don't know. It
I
seemed
mean,
like she
she's
was
got the
invested.
money to back it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to make a change. I've seen her
No,
in like
good for
those
her.
like on-campus videos,
Uh-huh.
She got saved by Carson Beck. That's crazy.
and it's like her and a professor. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have seen her in those like.
You know she's not failing any class, by the way. She's not failing.
No,
she ain't
like
feeling
that.
shit.
She's
Like
not.
man on
Unless
the
she gets a female professor. Even then.
Even then.
Even then.
no, like
Miami's
man on the
freaky.
street.
Congrats to her and Miami, I guess. I don't.
I mean, good for her, man. She made her money doing her thing, and now she can
Yeah.
go get a real job. Just kidding. Do something maybe that she would prefer.
Well, did you guys see Riley Reid actually did put something out? Like, can you guys please stop sharing my old like stuff? Like,
I mean,
Lana Rose did the
sorry,
same exact thing.
No,
like brother,
Yeah.
you signed up.
You signed-
Quite literally signed up for that, knowing the consequences.
I'm gonna
You have
watch
a
it
daughter
even
now.
more.
Yeah.
When she posted the video of her and her husband getting married, dude, the comments were just absolutely brutal. They were
That guy doesn't even care either.
Bro is kissing a graveyard.
Which, like, whatever. Like, I guess
I mean, yeah, it's like
you got to freak. Like,
Sold your goddamn
pretty much.
soul.
I would say a vast majority of women our age have some freaky ass hoe stories. They're not all recorded and out on the internet, but their closet's full of demons. Like,
You know
I
what?
say that all the
Let
time.
me hit that.
yeah,
Yeah. the
You
whole-
can't- I've,
yeah.
I've got some freaky ass hoe stories. Like,
And he is a freaky ass.
I mean, so you can't really
I'm
judge.
not gay no
At least she
more.
made money on it. I was just doing it for the love of the game. Shout out Tiny Tina. We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess like you want to marry a freak, right? That's like the kind of the goal. Or you
Kind
want
of the
that
goal.
part in
A
it?
retired freak, though.
I mean, they are retired.
Freak and a half.
Freak and a half.
I wouldn't do it personally, but I mean, I don't know. But probably not.
You probably, I mean, once you experience it, though, you're probably like, I can't give.
So, I mean,
How do I
I'm
go-
sure
how do you go back to like
There's
normal
no,
life
yeah.
after
it's-
experiencing a Tiana Trump or a Bella Danger, in an actual intimate setting too, not just like for the camera. Like she's probably doing some wild shit.
Yeah. Or they're just burnt out, you know? They just don't want to.
That'd be the worst. Are you kidding? What do you mean you don't want to do this?
I've been seeing you do this my whole life.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not in the mood?
I would tell.
now?
I'm like, see how many views this has? You
Yeah.
owe me that many of whatever the fuck you're denying me right now. That's how many you owe me. That would be brutal though. On the other side, I
Chat's
guess.
going crazy right now. Not surprised.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go to break.
Let's go to break. We're going to talk Detroit Lions. We got our guy Dose of Dion joining the show.
Yes, sir. I need an update from you, Spinny.
Update for me?
When we get back, yeah.
For what?
You see.
Okay. No, I don't. Same thing. C-.
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody, we mean everybody, can get a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You can get all that for just $15 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, access to over 2,700 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guys, you need to check out Massage Chair House. It's the largest massage chair showroom this side of the Mississippi. My guy, Dr. Aaron Duncan, holding it down there where he has the largest massage chair showroom on the internet. All right, you don't know what type of massage chairs suit you best. The Osaka's probably our favorite here in the studio. Go check out his review channel. He's got them all on review. What fits your size, what types fit your living room, all that and more. Scan the QR code, go see him in person in the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. It's the Massage Chair House. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on Sports.com. It's your best more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
That's crazy.
Cousin Aaron. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream.
Share it.
You had a whole 24 to sleep on the signing, or hiring, I should say, of Drew Petzing, the Detroit Lions' offensive coordinator. Huh?
Grew
Petzing.
Stone Cold Pets.
Have your thoughts changed at all? Have you warmed up to anything?
No. I mean, it's the same as it was yesterday. C-. I think it's pretty fair. I was ranking like where I would have put who. I would say, obviously, Mike McDaniel would have been an A. Yeah. I look at Jake Peets as a B. And then we got our guy here, Drew Petzing, as a C. So, like I said, it's not the worst thing. I wasn't freaking out over it. I was just kind of the Mike McDaniel not being a fit thing was really what pissed me off more. And it does feel like this is kind of the safe hire. But like I said, he's got the connection with Stefanski from his time in Cleveland as the tight ends coach, and that's why they like him. I think when you look at the roster, when you look at the talent on the roster, his fit is way less than Mike McDaniel. When you look at the weapons you have and the guys that you want to get the ball to, I feel like Mike McDaniel would have been much better of a fit for that. So I'm starting to I heard Braylon say it on the Braylon Edwards show with Shep today, saying like he doesn't trust the Lions at the podium anymore. And I'm starting to agree with him. Like these guys are getting, it used to be like, oh, they say what they mean. They say, now it's getting pretty coach speak. And, but yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't freak out about it. You just got to hope he works out. And obviously this is a guy who's probably going to be given a little bit longer of a leash than other guys. And hopefully it works out.
Yeah. I'm still the same. Honestly, maybe a little bit more excited. There's obviously some stuff to iron out that you and I are going to talk about today too. Maybe with Dose of Dion, who's joined the show in the next segment as well too. But
the Runyon says Dan was a mediocre hire too. That's your opinion.
I like Dan the moment I heard the presser.
Yep.
For sure.
Locked in with him. You remember this show when we were locked in for the Dan Campbell presser? We were both like, okay. If you think he's mediocre, that's on you though.
I don't think we're on air.
What?
When Dan Campbell got hired?
Yeah, we were. We reacted to the presser. Oh, no, that was the helmet.
Yeah.
The Grand Prix.
I didn't even know you did. I like the hire. Passing game could be a question. The running game stuff's all there. But even the passing game, you got Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett. I mean, Kyler Murray is missing half the season every year, you know?
Yeah.
The other part of it, too, I completely forgot. I can't even remember what the hell I was going to say about it, but I don't know. I like the hire.
Runyon, I know what you were doing. That's why I reversed it on you.
Got him.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to freak out? You want me to jump for joy? You want me to Tom Cruise this hire? Like, I'm not going to fucking do it. It's Braylon said it today. This isn't the home run hire.
This
is a soft single in the right field. And, like, that's why I said it was a seeing eye single. It was a dribbler. Was it the worst thing they could have possibly done? No, that would have been Arthur Smith. Is this the greatest hire of all time? No, it's not. So if you think it is, that's awesome. Or if you're the guy that's like, well, we got to wait to figure out what he's like. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. But
sure, yeah.
This is our initial reactions to it. You want us to just sit here and be like, he was hired. He was a coach. He did this. Like,
that's what I was going to say. It's not the – like Dan Campbell, in a sense, did kind of change things because I feel like in the past it's always been like prior relationships to get those hires. Kelvin Shepard, prior relationship. Aaron Glenn, prior relationship. Prior relationship with Ben Johnson, dating back to Miami. Prior relationship with Anthony Lynn. Hank Fraley.
Oh,
well, Hank Fraley, no. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I meant like this guy has got a prior relationship with Hank Fraley.
But not with Dan, right?
And Ben Johnson.
Like it is different from last year where he went the comfortable route with, hey, I know Johnny Mo. I've coached Johnny Mo multiple different places, including New Orleans. He was here in Detroit. Like, let's bring him back. That's my boy. This year, it's not that. He has relationships with Hank Fraley, yeah. He has a relationship with Ben Johnson, not with Dan Campbell. And Hank Fraley, and with all due respect to him, is not making your offensive coordinator hire. He may be a referral or reference.
Input for sure.
You know? And I think on paper, this fits. Like the scheme fits. This is 7 games last year. The Detroit Lions didn't rush over 100 yards. 0-7. That's what this guy does best, cook up the running. And that's actually opposite what Johnny Mo was too. You brought Johnny Mo in last year. His whole thing was passing. I watched our video clip on it last night. I was comfortable with it. I spoke to the vertical stuff right before it even happened because Johnny Mo was talking all that shit. That's what he was as an offensive coordinator. I was like, look, I like the way we got shit now. JG running these short little dink and dunk shits and setting up the play action, running the football. Johnny Mo was more like to get down the road, down the sidelines because he's a former wide receiver himself. You gave that one B, a C+. I think I gave that one like a C. I think he gave it a B as well, just from what I was watching last night. This one, it's an immediate upgrade. I'm way more comfortable with this hire than I was Johnny Mo last year. Chris?
Yeah, I don't remember what I graded the Johnny Mo hire last year, but I think in this one, again, it's disappointing because of the process. Like honestly, did Mike McDaniel say Jared Goff sucks? Because what is the reason he's not a good fit? Like, that's really the question I would like answered.
That's my beef, yeah.
That's the question I would like answered is specific
detail. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
So then
saying
Mike
McDaniel isn't a good fit is bullshit unless it's his personality.
Yeah.
Because him as a coach, he's from Kyle fucking Shanahan's tree. You know, of run first, play action, making bad quarterbacks look really good. Like Tua Tagovailoa.
Who had golf comparisons.
Like, Kyle Shanahan or anybody from Kyle Shanahan's tree, especially Mike McDaniel, would be a perfect fit for our offense and how we want it to run.
And I think the motion before snap that McDaniel could have brought to this team with the likes of Jamison Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, you looked at everything A-Chain did just in motion before, not even just in the backfield. Like, to get him creative looks, for David Montgomery to run the ball inside of some free lanes, free zones. Like, it would have just opened up so many things. I think it was a control thing with Dan Campbell, to be quite frank. I don't think he wanted to just give up all the reins to the offense. Mike McDaniel would have taken over. He is, a great offensive mind, which I would have trusted in that position with the pieces, especially if we would have upgraded our offense. I'm still salty about the hire of yesterday. I thought for an offseason where you needed to ace the test, you started out at such a deficit with failing your first exam. I gave it a D. So getting a D on your first exam, you're going to need to make it up during midterms. You have to hit free agency and the draft, A pluses throughout the board to pass this offseason in my book now because I didn't love this. And I know we talk about the run game. He brings the great run scheme to this team. And one thing that we didn't mention yesterday, we talked about Kyler Murray and his rushing yards. How about the rushing yards that he opened up for his running backs? Because Kyler Murray could run the ball to give their running backs way more space. RPOs. Because that opens so much stuff up. Even if he's not the one physically running it, the threat to run opens things up for a guy like James Conner. You don't have that in Jared Goff. So that does, kind of little dent in the shining armor about his run game in my eyes.
Maybe Jared Goff,
Mobile golf.
loading soon. The one thing I'll say to that, and that's actually a phenomenal point to bring up, the RPO stuff, because it is a different run scheme there. You see Lamar Jackson, but there are times, I mean, like we just said, Kyler Murray missed tons of games.
Yeah.
There's times where Passionate was in there, like other quarterbacks in there taking place of Kyler Murray. They still had a successful run game. The run game's going to be there. I guarantee that part. It's the passing that we're going to talk about today.
The run game will be there if they improve the offensive line.
Yes. And that's where I'm looking at Brad.
Yeah.
That's a Brad thing.
We got a couple super chats in here. Jayco8 Craig says McDaniel was on that Mad Packs before his interview. I mean, he probably
was.
And
probably took edible for the flight.
Yeah, Dan's like, we only crush beers in this locker room. We don't smoke weed. Jace LaRouche says they have to make it up by getting Linderbaum for sure. That would definitely help.
That would be phenomenal. Fremont Fred, Mike McDaniel was a correct hire, but he would have been a threat to replace. Did we already read that one?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Mike McDaniel was the correct hire, but he would have been a threat to replace Dan Campbell that hired Uncle Faster because he isn't a threat.
I don't buy that. Dan Campbell's not going anywhere.
I kind of buy it.
Really?
In the sense of not that it was a threat, but the way Nick put it out there is like Dan Campbell didn't trust to let go of the reins completely to Mike McDaniel.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
That is a mistake. That's the only other way you could say it's not a fit.
Yeah.
Because Dan Campbell may have wanted something in particular.
Because he runs a play-action, run-first offense that's filtered through tight ends and shots down the field.
Yeah.
So it's the Kyle Shanahan offense.
Yeah,
and
nothing X and nose wise didn't make sense.
Yeah, but it's got to be something else.
It had to be something like that, or
it's like a personality fit, and they didn't think he was, locked in enough because he is kind of aloof and weird. And Ben Johnson's like that too, but Ben Johnson's also a psychopath.
Yeah, Mike's way weird.
He screams at people.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel is kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, definitely a weird dude. And then the number 3 is probably the worst of the 3, and I don't want to assume anything. Maybe it didn't fit the budget. Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel, if he's an OC, is going to be the highest paid OC.
The highest paid offensive coordinator in the
As he
National
deserves.
Football League. So it's like, was it a Dan Campbell thing? Was it a money thing? Was it a combination of both? Who knows? But I think we'll be right back to the tier of what we were with Ben. Maybe just a few notches under. As long as we're on the football, though, that's all I give a fuck about. That's what Jared Goff needs.
Yeah, need to be able to get that run game going, for sure.
Also, real quick, when we're super chat, I should say, shout out to Gores. I was an intern for them, and shout out to Zeke and Isaiah. That's from Labertini.
Hey. Yeah. Shout out Labertini.
He's plugged up. That's what's up.
See how he ended
all right.
Yeah, it's 100% Dan. That's why I'm not buying that one because this is Dan's team. This is Dan's locker room. He would not.
Yeah, this is Dan Campbell's hire.
So there is no thing that would provide any type of static for him. These guys would die for this guy.
Right. And another reason why I don't think it's necessarily a Dan Campbell hot seat hire and it's something and it's the exact opposite is because this isn't risky. And when do teams make risks like GMs, coaches, whatever? We saw it here in Detroit at the Pistons. When did Stan do it? When his job was on the line to go get Blake Griffin. That's when you make the splash hire or the splash trade or free agency move is when you know your job is on the line and you're on the way out. That was my issue with this, is this screamed comfortable. Mike McDaniel, again, I didn't see it as a risk, but it was more of a risk than going this route.
I just pray to God he doesn't go to the Eagles, man.
Yeah. To me, it screams safe. And when you're safe, when you're moving safe, that means you know your job is secured no matter what. So that was my issue with it, is, well, actually a lack of urgency. I would have liked to have seen a risky or a splash hire as opposed to this.
Yeah. Labertini with the super chat says, shout out to D students in high school that figured it out.
Amen.
Shout out, dude.
I'm one of them.
I'm one of them, too.
All right, let's go to break. I'm not.
You
guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Sharon's. Go to Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Listening, they've been helping families in Michigan for over 40 years. They can help you, too. They got a brand new website. It's going to be really cold the next couple of weeks. It was the coldest it has ever been this morning, and it's going to be even colder. So go to SharonsHeating.com. Make sure your furnace is up to date. It's Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning.
And Mr. Vapor.
Let me tell you guys about Mr. Vapor Sword. You need to get it. All right. They've got tons of selections for you to choose from, including Berry Skittles, Blueberry Gelato, Bomb Skoji, Lemon Haze, Lush Ice, Phantom Punch, Rainbow Runts, Strawberry Satori, Vanilla Kush, and the fan favorite Donkey Fod. Make sure you find a store locator that carries it at Mr. Vapor Soar, SOAR.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Flowers, let's talk hockey. This Valentine's Day, join four-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty in the Hockey Talk and Heartbreak. D-Mac and friends are taking over Diamondback Music Hall for a night of legendary stories, laughs, and the kind of grit only a Detroit icon can deliver. Again, it is Valentine's Day, February 14th at the Diamondback Music Hall in Belleville. Doors are at 6. Show is at 7. Pre-sale tickets start at $25, or you can book a VIP table now. Go to DiamondbackMusicHall.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, my Spin Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, and the one, the only, dose of Dio!
Dude, what's up, man? Man, I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous, dude. It's been a minute. How we doing?
It has been a while. It's been a while. You got a man's set of headphones on this time. We're very excited to see that.
Shout out.
Dollar Store hooked me up. They saw that last one. They're like, hey, man, $15. These are yours. So I got them for 12.
There you go, man. Dion,
yeah, dude.
What grade do you give the Drew Petzing hire for the Detroit Lions?
Oh, boy. Yeah, hey, man, look, I've seen all your guys' stuff, man. And by the way, first off, side note, congratulations. Y'all been cooking over here. See all this stuff on Facebook, man. It's pretty darn awesome. That's what I like to see. I like the little background effects. For me, look, I think for the offensive coordinator position, my mindset was going into it that they were going to hire a guy that either, one, already had previous experience with Dan Campbell just so they had that trust factor there, or two, if it wasn't going to have that direct connection, I felt like if I was going to watch that offense, it was going to make me think of, okay, that's a Dan Campbell offense. And I say that in the sense that, like, even last year, while things were not as good across the board for many different reasons, I still feel like that offense as a whole looked like a Dan Campbell offense. It didn't make me think like, oh, this looks nothing like what Ben Johnson was doing. At its core, it felt very similar. And I think the Drew Petzing hire is right down the line of that. It answers the two questions. One, you get a guy that's been an offensive coordinator, so trust isn't going to be a problem for Dan Campbell. I think you'll trust him to come in and call plays. You won't have that issue. Trust. And number two, I think stylistically, it's just right down the line of what it looks like. It's like, hey, man, a lot more of your gap scheme. I think downhill rushing scheme. The passing attack, I think it's more progression-based than what some of these other offenses feel a little bit more gimmicky. Feels very straightforward in what you're watching, and it feels like just a straight single for Dan Campbell with that kind of hire. So overall, like I got no issue with it because to me there wasn't a standard. Like I like the Mike Kafka idea, but to me this is just right down the line, man. I don't think this is. I think this is good. I think the experience is the biggest thing. Being an offensive coordinator, I'm gonna give it an A. I'm feeling good, man. It's been an A.
I don't hate on paper. I feel like on paper, if you just looked at the stuff that he did, you'd be like, okay, like B plus A. but because it's not a name, people don't
real
like
quick,
it.
Real quick though, because I just want to ask this because I was thinking about this today because I've seen this stuff. Why is he not considered a hot name, like versus some of the other offensive coordinator candidates? Because he has been a coordinator for multiple years, right? Like, what is he missing for that?
He's missing the Schefter report. He's missing the Ian Rappaport tweet. People didn't tweet out that he was a candidate, so that people didn't go do the homework beforehand. It was a big surprise.
And I think there's a lot of things that have been coming out when you look at it, and I think one of the
Arizona fans hated him.
Arizona fans hated him. And again, you can't always take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Their team sucked. They're going to talk shit about the coordinators.
Can I
and
talk
stuff
about that
like
one
that.
tweet?
One
tweet was like, heartbreaking. Drew Petzing was found alive.
They're calling him a war criminal. They're doing different things like that. But I think the thing that really stood out to me that wasn't fans just bitching was there was an interview with Todd Bowles after the game after they played Arizona, and he said we pretty much knew what they were running every single play. It was really easy to predict what they were doing. And of the just completely crash out verbal abuse Arizona Cardinal fans, the ones who were actually making logical points were saying he becomes very, very predictable. It's very, very vanilla offensively, and that's where they really had a problem.
And I would say that's fair from what I've seen so far because to me, like I said, there isn't much flash. I felt like when watching it, but that said, where I will. And I felt like this way with McDaniel, too, because at first with McDaniel, I'm thinking, okay, it's just all this horizontal stuff. But then you watch, all right, there's more versatility to that. I did feel like there was at least unique run schemes for teams, different teams. And what stood out to me was honestly 2024 against Minnesota because they didn't win that game. They scored 22 in that game. But I thought just the way that they were better prepared. That game stuck with me as a Lions fan when we played them. I mean, there was multiple times in that first half. It was I don't even think we have a plan for, hey, they got 7 guys in line. We can't block it. And it wasn't it was all right, that's fine. We have someone wide open. It's just we just didn't have a plan. When I watched them play, it was at least they had a plan. They would have a guy there. They would have the bodies to at least give themselves a chance. So for me, I'm with you. I think it was very straightforward. And I do wonder a little bit about the red zone stuff. But I also look at it as the third down efficiency. We give that credit. He's been consistent on third down all the time. And obviously they had a run game. Kyler changes that. There was success with Brissett. It just feels more structured like a Lions offense. A lot of the concepts feel like they're kind of answers to a lot of different things. It doesn't feel like it has to be this guy gets it or we're in trouble. And it also feels like this is kind of an offense that's suited for a styled quarterback like Goff more than anything, just because it's going to fit into that idea. I mean, if there was one thing that the Lions kept bringing up was last year, hey, man, for early down efficiency, passing the ball was an issue. At the very least, I think the concepts that they run should kind of alleviate some of that issue for them, and hopefully we have more playmakers than Arizona does. That's kind of what I'm leaning on, too.
That's where I'm at, too. But speaking of those playmakers, we have one that we drafted, traded multiple third-round picks for, and Isaac Tesla. We know this guy likes a lot of those condensed formations, a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of 13 personnel. Is he an outcast in this offense, or do you expect it to change, catered more to what we have?
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. The tight end thing does fire me up because I thought our tight end position was just not good last year. I mean, you lose Laporta, that hurts. You lose Brock, that's even worse. But I just didn't think it produced well this past season. And just in general, it's dude, we got to get better there. I like the fact that he has a tight end background. I know the connection to Ben comes there, but just in general, our tight end position, I didn't think performed well. We use him too much for that not to be the case. Just blocking-wise, let's just be assignment sound there. I didn't feel like we were. But that said, I guess I would point to a guy like Michael Wilson, who was there when they drafted him. Obviously, he has the receiver developmental background. Stylistically, maybe you could throw some similarities to at least how the Lions tried to use him by the end of this past season. Physically on the outside, I think they're going to just it feels down the line the sense of let's just try to get one-on-ones. Maybe there's more of the, when Josh Reynolds was here, and it's more of those kind of setups where it's just very simplified on the outside. I think Jamo kind of took over that role, but I always think there's a place for that, especially with Khalif being a free agent. And I'm hoping, based on what we saw last year, it felt like it did open up a bit for Tesla. Where it's okay, we're finding something with this guy. So I would say maybe it looks a little bit more of look at the Michael Wilson route tree / Marvin Harrison route tree. They had 2 big outside receivers, and they were able to make it work with those 2 guys. So that's where I would lean for optimism.
Is there an odd man out? A Jamo, Tesla? I mean,
he's a guy that puts one receiver on the field more than anybody in the league, and you've got 3 you invested a lot into.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't know if there's a good answer for that. I mean, St. Brown's not going to be. I'm thinking, it's not going to be Sam Laporta with how important he was. Trey McBride was. He was also their best player. I don't know. I guess maybe to me, the biggest question is running back position. That's where I wonder a bit because I think the receiving production for Gibbs has taken off the last few years. I think it's been a huge part of this offense. I don't want to see that take a step back. I mean, Connor was kind of productive in the pass game, but he was the guy and he had like all the touches. Then this last year, it fell apart without him. That's the question I wonder about. I want to make sure that that's still a big part of this offense. I hope that doesn't take a big step back. Then obviously all the question right now is about Montgomery coming back. So I guess I would focus on that spot specifically, the running backs being involved in the pass game more so than just a check down. Because I thought they did well with check downs, but I think when you get Gibbs designed looks more so than just like, it's not there, throw it to him. That's where I think he's just one of the toughest matchups of football. Maybe our best matchup in a lot of teams that we face is just having him get one-on-one.
And speaking of like matchups and fits and things that are happening, obviously Mike McDaniel was the biggest name on the board. He's still being considered, I'm sure, for every head coaching position available, as well as some of the more high-profile offensive coordinator spots like Philadelphia. But Dan Campbell, I don't know if he said it specifically or an ESPN reporter, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the bigger guys on the network. He said that they thought Dan Campbell liked Mike McDaniel, but they didn't see it as a great fit. I'm having a hard time agreeing because he's from a Shanahan tree, and like that offense, run, play action, tight ends involved, quick passes. I feel like it's hard to say that that's not a fit with what we have.
Yeah, so here's what I take away from that, right? Because I wanted to invest in run game this offseason, whatever that is. Get a coordinator that has run game background. That was my whole mindset. But for me, where it comes back to is I don't really have the issue of thinking like the run game was going to work because I'm with you. There's plenty of versatility. You have the scheme for it. I mean, shoot, Gibbs, Achane, it should be able to work, right? They've always had a speed back there. Like that stuff should line up. I just feel like with that Miami offense, and I think even you saw this with San Fran, that's not to say it's not effective. I think it's just a style makes a fight here when you look at San Fran and Miami and how they pass and how their passing offense works. Play action, yes. I think the way that they set up play action is maybe more unique than any team in football. I think that's more unique than what we're getting here with Petzing. But I do feel like that true drop back style is not what it looks like with the Lions offensively. Like, I mean, they took timing to another level. That thing was like out immediately. It's unreal to watch that offense. That felt different than what it feels like. That almost feels like, to me, no disrespect to Tua, it feels like if that's what your offense looked like, you may be taking away from what Jared Goff's maybe biggest strength is for your offense, right? Goff's not going to take off and run. He's not going to be the best athlete, but you believe in him because he's going to read the field for you. And I feel like if you take the Mike McDaniel approach, you're almost maybe trying to simplify that a little bit more so than allowing that to be expanded. And I think that could hurt kind of what they feel like the ceiling is from a pass game perspective. And I do think Dan Campbell always believes it starts there because they've invested with him, that they don't want to feel like they're taking anything off his play. If anything, they just want to keep adding more and more. That's where I get with the fit idea. I just think the way that it's always been so timing reliant with that offense, then you question some of the drop back passing stuff. I think that didn't line up with maybe how Dan Campbell visualizes the ceiling of where they can get to with Goff and why they paid him.
So it's Jared Goff's fault. It always is. No, I'm just kidding.
How did you have these guys ranked? What was your wish list? What order was your wish list at offensive coordinator?
I didn't have a good wish list. I'll be honest with you. I liked Mike Kafka more than I liked Mike McDaniel. But to be honest with you, I was pretty wide. Yeah, I mean, like, to me, it was just that. Like, I was pretty open. All I wanted was just those two things that I laid out. I didn't think it would be. I honestly thought that it would be like an old guy. Like, look, when we had Paul Pasqualoni back there with old Matt Patricia, let's go back to the good old days, right? I thought it might be something like that, or it's like, hey, this guy was with Dan, now he's like 75, let him be the OC, he knows what he's doing. So I'm kind of glad it didn't go that route. So, and you know, they kind of went the out-of-house option, but they still kind of hit what it wants to be stylistically. So, like, I'm cool with this, man. There was no big standout to me that it was like, please go get this guy. I didn't have that feeling.
How did you feel when Johnny Mo was hired?
For Denver or for us?
For us.
Look, man,
we lost.
I don't know. Talk about it. I mean, hey, look, man. I was gonna say I'm happy for him. You got picked up by Denver, back over there. Yeah. When we hired John Moran, I was excited because of the pass game. I thought that what he had tied along with what our assistants coach were bringing in, I thought we'd have so much creativity in the passing schemes. And honestly, I feel like if there is a positive, it is that we did kind of bail ourselves out. I felt like with the pass game to the end of the last season in spots that we don't typically do. I think give a lot of credit to Goff, but ultimately, like, I feel like, especially with our pass pros, like, dude, we're kind of leaning on this. That was there. And that's what I was excited for. But I think even from my perspective, I probably overlooked the idea of, hey, man, are we good enough in the run department in terms of just coaching? Are we good enough there? We just made Hank Fraley the run game coordinator. Maybe we didn't invest in that enough, right? And I think that's probably something that I overlooked. And obviously having 1 year of coordinator experience, they question how much he ran. I don't know that was the issue to me in terms of attempts, but obviously from a timing perspective, Dan just wasn't comfortable with it. So I was excited for Morton. I thought it would work well with the passing attack, and I was kind of just banked on that. And I thought, hey, we're running the ball well. Hank Fraley's still here. That makes sense. Make him the run game coordinator. All is going to be good. But then, of course, the offensive line also went like this too, and I didn't expect that either. So I was excited for it, but yeah, didn't work.
Is that gap scheme? My bad.
No, you're good.
Is that gap scheme one that you need talent to execute, or is it more, scheming and execution? I guess.
I mean, I think the biggest thing will just be the type of players you want on the offensive line. I think that's where I get with it. Like, the Lions have guys that have been a part of that for years, and I think it's, if you keep leaning on guys like Mahogany, but I think Frazier's built for that as well, depending on what they do with center. To me, it just comes back to the style of offensive lineman that you're looking for, and I think as you build it out as a whole, you're built to have those kind of pieces, that flexibility up front. I think they've always had that. So I think it's just kind of the approach of how you keep going about the O-line. I do think there's not a complete overhaul, but I think there is something too. If you get to what the Mike McDaniel offense looked like, there was a certain type of lineman that team was built around, and it was like, we're going to keep going this way. I don't think that's how the Lions are built up front. And I also always have gapped Jahmyr Gibbs in that kind of offense. I've always liked him behind pullers. The Lions, I don't know that they do. I've always liked him there. I've always felt like he's outstanding there, and I actually think in a weird way he may take off in this. Regardless of what happens with Monty, I think that could be really good for him because I think it'll simplify and allow him to just play faster. All your block, just go, man, just take off. I think that could allow him to play a little faster in this offense.
And going forward, the Lions are going to have to revamp that offensive line. I mean, I think Penei Sewell, obviously, we know he's a rock. You pencil him in for the next 10 years, forget about him. Tate Ratledge, I think, is going to take a big step. I thought he played very well down the stretch last year, and I feel like we can expect him to be a damn good starter, if not a Pro Bowl level player for this team next year. But after that, especially with, Taylor Decker contemplating retirement, it's kind of up for arms for those other three spots. And you look at Miles Frazier, will he be getting more run? I thought he looked good when he was in there, but what is your confidence level in Brad Holmes addressing and fixing that offensive line in the offseason?
Oh, man, I mean, I'm pretty confident in Brad to this point, so it's probably a 7 or 8. It's just the problem is, there's, to what you said, there's not a lot of knowns on this offensive line. And I think it'll be the first time we felt that at all under Brad Holmes, where it's just hey, man, it's kind of near. I mean, is Tate going to center this offseason? I'd still like to see that. But outside of those two, you're right. And I also wonder about the Penei Sewell thing because you have Paris Johnson, who he was with as an OC, and they flipped him from right tackle back to left tackle after year one. If that's something they see in the cards here, if Decker ends up retiring, that could be part of this transition too. Something I keep an eye on. It has to take priority over everything. It's until you're not the Lions anymore. So that has to get right. So I'm excited because I feel like we've seen them kind of double dip. If we've seen a double dip at corner, we've seen them go strong at certain positions, but we've also seen them kind of play it chill where it's hey, man, we kind of got some guys here. We don't have to force the draft pick to that. So I wonder how they're going to play it. They've loaded up at certain positions before where we felt stacked in some spots, maybe later in others. But I don't know. I just feel like after this last year, it's so clear. You got to make 3 investments here. The one thing I'm keeping my eye on is trading for an offensive lineman. I think that's something that I would go after this offseason is go make a trade for a lineman, ending his contract. Don't put it on. It has to be a free agent signing. Trade for somebody. That way you don't have to give that top pick. That way you can come back in the draft and use it for another lineman. And you're also getting a potential capable starter right away. And you're not like last year, the idea of relying on Mahogany and Frazier was cool in theory. It didn't work. Can't do that again. I'd go trade for an offensive lineman.
And we heard Brad Holmes at his press conference say he is going to aggressively pursue that, whether it be trade, free agent, or draft. And I feel like it's got to be the center you got to trade for. No, I feel like the better route would be to get a veteran center in there and then draft your tackle.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just too hard to trade. I mean, unless you do what Kansas City tried to do, where they end up kind of getting the backup tackle. I think it's too hard to do that. That said, though, I still do believe Tate's a center. I think he's going to become a center for us.
Okay.
So. I mean, I could definitely be wrong on that, but I still believe that's how it's going to play up. But I'm with you. Interior offensive line, you should be able to find a starter like that. There's going to be a couple guys in free agency from what we see early, but that's because that won't take a crazy high pick, and then you can even look future picks there. But give me your round 4 or something and make that swing immediately. Closer to the draft, that's going to feel really valuable.
Would it help to have 3rd round picks to do that? You think?
I think so. I like it. You know what I mean?
Are there any names that I guess that you could see as that, whether free agency or open, I guess trade market too?
Yeah, I mean, like last year, it was John Simpson for the Jets. I thought he was going to be someone that we might go after. We didn't end up doing that. I still feel like if he hits free agency again, he could make a lot of sense where it's like, okay, at very worst, this could be a starter, but also we may not have to get to the point where it's like, well, if someone does overtake him, like Frazier's a dog or something, then that's fine. He can end up just being our backup. I still feel like something like that kind of makes sense for that price point. From a trade perspective, I got to be honest, don't have a great name right now. But I think there's a lot of teams that are doubled up on the interior that would just make sense. That's where I'd immediately think. I just think it checks both things off where you don't have a lot of financial money right now. And obviously your draft picks, I mean, once you get beyond round 2, there's a small chance the guy's going to start anyway. So go trade for somebody.
And I've been speaking about the interior offensive line as well. I don't know where I'm at right now with Christian Mahogany. I know there was once upside there. But then obviously the season plays out. Maybe some of it's still a little bit of development. I think 3 years where you start to find out what you truly have there. Where are you at with Christian Mahogany as interior offensive lineman? Other than obviously needing a center. I apologize.
No. I mean, I feel like maybe, and I think I did this, but I think from a fan perspective, maybe expecting too much. I mean, guy played like 100 snaps in that first year, didn't really have a lot of true pass sets. And he played well, and it was kind of like, all right, that's Mahogany. He played both guard spots. We got that guy. And then it was like, well, wait a minute. This is not a big sample size at all. And all of a sudden everything changes when you're leaned on. And, obviously Frank gets taken out of the mix. Right now I'm looking at it as that guy's not a starter. Like that's got to be my vision is I got to replace him. I got to find a starter there. If he becomes that, fantastic. But I got to take myself back to even the draft perspective. The Lions could have liked him more than a round 6 guy, but you did take him in round 6. I think the idea of seeing last year and being like, that's a starter, I think that would be insane. Doesn't mean he can't be there, but I think the mindset has to be that's a backup as of now that could potentially get there. Put yourself back in the shoes of he's a developmental day 3 pick and that you have to go find a starter.
I'm with you.
Hey, Dion, Nick in the sound booth here. I want to go to defensive coordinator now. Where are you at confidence level in Kelvin Shepard? And are you surprised that the Detroit Lions haven't been taking any, defensive coordinator interviews after, Kelvin Shepard, took some interviews himself? A guy like Flores is intriguing to me. Where are you at with Kelvin Shepard confidence level?
Yeah, dude, if you could get Brian Flores, I mean, I'm on board for that. If somehow Flores just want to scoot over here and be our DC, I'm on board for that. That said, though, I like Kelvin, man. I think it was by the end of the year that I was in a good spot. Like, I'd like to have Kelvin Shepard back. By the end of the season, I didn't love it all during the year. But where I feel like Kelvin was able to do is he picked up very quickly where Glenn left off. I thought there was much more adjustments game by game. It felt more unique game by game. And that's where I give Kelvin Shepard credit. It didn't feel like it was like, hey, man, we're kind of back to square one here. Let's see how fast he can develop. It felt very quick. He's going to try some different things. And I actually love the fact of the way they ended the season. I mean, assignment-wise, we weren't clean enough. Defensive back and secondary tackling wasn't good enough, and that felt like a step back from where we were when that was such a huge emphasis at one point under Aaron Glenn. I thought that took a big step back. However, just overall as the approach of like, we're going to change this thing up, offense and defense both did it. I give defense credit, man. It did work. Like they made big adjustments. They still stayed in like, okay, we've seen them do these things before, but just the rate at which we're going to these is going to reach a much higher level. And I'll give them credit. It made them a lot better, right? It wasn't perfect, but it did make them a lot better. And I think just seeing that ability to do that in season and make that tweak, I think is enough for Dan Campbell to continue to ride with it. I just think overall for the Lions to be who they want to be defensively, they need those core pieces of you got to have linebackers that can match up. You got to have a nickel corner that's pretty darn good in man. That way you could just be matching up across the board. I think to a point there we just lost that ability as a team. And to his credit, he changed it up, and I do think it got better. So I'm on board with Calvin coming back. I like that guy.
And, Dion, before we let you get out of here, I do got to ask you, how concerned are you going forward with the safeties on this team? Like, obviously, Branch probably not going to be back till November. Kirby, we don't know when it could be, he's done for the season now. It could be any week throughout the year to where that knee just picks up and, boom, it's just like last year. How concerned are you with that, and would you address the safety position early in this draft?
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I'm concerned about it. I do like the Thomas Harper. I think he's under contract again for next season. I like to keep him around. I think he was pretty good. But I think what you lost in Kirby was so unique. You don't have another guy that showed that he could bring that. So I would look at addressing it. I wouldn't address it super early. I feel like if we went to the draft talk, I think you start to get guys like McNeil Warren out of Toledo where you start to maybe get to that range, or a Ramsey out of USC. Like maybe that's kind of the top end of where you start going after it. But I do feel like my optimism there would be, I think they've done pretty well finding safeties. Like they obviously haven't had the top, like once they lose Kirby and Branch, they don't get that top end anymore. but they have at least, I think, a lot of the swings that they've taken to just figure it out, whether that's Vontae Maddox when he played safety last year, Harper, or even Jalen Mills was pretty good when he stepped in. I feel like they've done a pretty good job at finding depth out of basically very little resources. So I'm pretty optimistic, if any position, that's one that they can figure out and they can find a good depth piece. And maybe it's Dan Jackson next year. I don't think it'll be to that level, but Dan Jackson and you have Harper, you can win with that. It's just not game-changing at this point. So I don't know how aggressive you can get for that once you've invested like you did there. But I would address it again just because I believe in Brad taking a swing at that spot, specifically in the draft.
Last but not least, Dion, I spelled invitation wrong, but I just wanted to once more extend the invitation to be a Pistons fan. I don't know if you read that. Thank God he can't because the invitation spelled incorrectly there. Listen, I gave you opportunity to buy low.
For sure.
Gave you opportunity to buy low. You refused. You turned your nose away. You bought Wizard stock, but whatever. That's
sold that stock.
That's wherever it's at. And they might rise back, actually, by the way, a little bit. Just a little bit. Pistons number 1 seed now. Just beat Boston, number 2 seed.
31 wins.
They may make a move at the deadline. Listen, I'm extending the invitation once more. Would you like to invest in the Detroit Pistons as a fan?
All right, but real quick, would it be fair for me to invest in that, or is that like a little disrespectful? Like, hey man, I've been a Pistons guy. I'm on the board now. No, you
can't just start capping.
Okay, that's true, but am I is that
okay.
frowned upon?
Listen,
like, look at this.
I don't need you to be that. I just need you to. I just
You've
need you to
earned
root
your
for the team.
chops.
I need you to be a Kate Cunningham fan. Maybe not Kate Cunningham fan, just a fan of the team.
I feel like you'd like beef stew a lot.
I feel like you like Jalen Duren a lot.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the team, man. I'll be a fan of the team.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Like I'm not in love yet, though. You know what I mean? That's gonna take time. That's gonna take time.
Well,
I haven't gotten there. But
are you intrigued?
Yeah, I'm rooting for him.
Are you possibly intrigued by the rumors that they got Trae Young, as you know, Wizards? Now it's rumored that they're going after Zion. They're just collecting the Infinity Stones of never done anything.
That's his guy.
Yeah, he loves Zion.
Yeah, he loves Zion.
Yeah, man. This is an unfortunate situation right here. You're just like, hey, let's sell a little Wizard stock, buy some Pelicans, and now here we are. Everything's going bad right now from those two sides of things. So there's it's an L all over the place. That's actually the worst scenario you could have brought up, to be honest with you, because that means we're both failing. we're both failing, and there's nothing good is happening right now between those two. I've completely sold the stock, man. It's done. It's gone.
Those two teams should be illegal to trade.
Yeah, and those final question. The thing I think that pissed me off the most about Brad Holmes' press conference was Chris. It was when he said
this face, right?
That just pisses me off on a daily basis.
Yes.
But when he said he's probably going to do the same approach when addressing the defensive line that he has done. So I want to know your thoughts on that, and I want to know if you're excited for 2 more years of Marcus Davenport.
Absolutely, to the second part. Fired up for it. Ready for Marcus Davenport. Hey, that shirt, man, I wear that all the time. I wish I was wearing it right now. I thought about it, so maybe I'll throw it on. Look, so here's what I take from that, though. And like, from what I've learned, we talk about, like, best player available in the draft versus, like, going need, that kind of thing. A lot of teams, I guess, look at it, and I don't know Lions do, but like from the perspective of, hey, day 1 and day 2, that's best player available. Then we start kind of trickling over to need. So for that reason, I think that does line up with what Dan said, or Brad said about like, hey, man, that wasn't like we weren't looking at it last year. It just didn't line up, last season. And I was like, all right, that's fair. At least last year did make sense. I mean, guys did all kind of go in front of you last year, unless you were going to go like, dude out of Marshall. So that one was understandable. I'll be honest. I'm always on this boat. I haven't had a huge issue with the edge position for the most part. The only weird thing that I feel right now, and here's where I'm a little like taken aback a little bit, like, okay, I need to see this shake out. Wingo not getting snaps. Lacey comes in, becomes the guy. And Lacey, you're in snaps. But it's just weird because you have that, and then you have Pascal free agent. I think you got to let Pascal walk at this point. Like, that whole trio's goofy. And Wingo's finally getting snaps, but he's playing D tackle. He's not really playing DN anymore. I don't really know what they're doing from a depth perspective. I'm almost more so there. I'm not really sure what the heck the outlook is for depth at defensive end. That part's more. I thought this year maybe they'd sign a vet. They didn't do that. We're very weird about that side of things. But from a draft perspective, I'm pretty optimistic they're going to be fine.
From a film perspective, how you at? Because I get there's numbers in the box score and the Muhammad the sacks, but the time to pressure, like watching him sometimes, it felt like I watched Jordan Love do his taxes back there. I mean, same with Jameis
Winston too, yeah.
Like from on a film standpoint, I feel like these quarterbacks got too comfortable in the pocket outside of the guys who wanted to scramble around, and then obviously you have Muhammad cleaning up.
Well, hey man, start off here. I mean, and I love Lee McNeil, but like he needs to become a Lee McNeil again next season. Like I mean, this dude's got what is his cap number? $29 million. Like hey, we need 21. That dude to be that dude. Yeah, so he got to be that dude next season. The Muhammad thing, love Muhammad, man. This dude's been awesome for us. Don't think there's any shot they pay him. I think he's going to cost way too darn much. And I'm with you. I wouldn't pay that much money for him. Like I mean, he had 3 sacks in one game against like I think it was Baltimore. A couple of them, the quarterback just kind of took off. He did his job. I don't look at him as like an elite rusher though. Like, and I think for where the price point lines up, like I don't think it's going to make sense for the Lions to pay that. So, yeah, I like him a lot. Very productive, but I think this is a good time now for him to go get that bag somewhere else. I think that's how it's going to line up. And for the Lions, if it's going to work, Lee McNeil needs to be a Lee McNeil. I think.
Deon, I appreciate your time as always. I know you did a video on Drew Petzing. Anything else you got coming out that you'd like to promote?
No. Look, man. Get into a lot of the draft stuff, man. Just a lot of the draft stuff over on Dose of Draft, bro. We're rolling a little bit over there.
Shout out, man. Is that a new channel?
New channel.
So why wouldn't you want to promote it?
He did. He kind of did.
Well, I just did.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that is fair.
It always feels weird. I don't know what I mean. Like I'm on your guys' show, man. I don't want to do that. You know,
no, dude. This is what you're here for, man. Hey, tell people subscribe to Dose of Draft.
Yeah.
If
they want to.
All right.
I mean, if you want.
I'm about to right now.
Hit me up. Yeah, I'm about to do it right now too.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Dion, we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining the show, man.
All right, man. I appreciate that. Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too, dude.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. Shout out to Dion, man. That's my guy. It's good to see Dion.
It's my guy.
All right, sorry, dude. That's your man. Go to loom.com. Find a store near you. Loom Cannabis. Use tax break 80 to get 40% off your purchase of $80 or more at Loom. It's loom.com, Loom Cannabis. Go find it near you. And after you're done at Loom, you might want to go pick up a Buddy's Pizza.
Buddy's Pizza is where you'll want to go after Loom because they got the original and best Detroit-style pizza. If you're from Michigan, if you had to have this pizza, what are you doing? I'm offering you a discount to go try the original Detroit-style pizza right here in Michigan. It's promo code 10mil when you order Buddy's Pizza from Buddy'sPizza.com. Use it for 10% off your order.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Jack's Car Wash. Find one near you today. There's 40-plus locations all around Michigan. You can text WSN to 888-522-1729 to get yourself a free car wash courtesy of Jack's. Text WSN to 888-522-1729. It's Jack's Car Wash. And Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's haircuts are men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You get a hot lather, neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's haircuts are men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Man, I spent all that time drawing this out for Dion. One, it doesn't show on camera.
Yep.
Two, it's an invention to be a Pistons fan.
Let's see it.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, we got multicoders.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We got some super chats.
Shout out
we
to
gotta
Dion,
clean
yeah.
up.
Real quick from Sideless, this is from before we even started speaking to Dion. He says, Drew Petzing looks like he returned in in a giant big boy to take over the world. Drew is preparing to set a Cerebro, did you spell that correctly?
Yeah,
up on top
maybe.
of the Rensen like Professor X.
That would be pretty cool. He's
would.
going to find all of the mutants. Cerebro's the thing that Professor X sits in that lets him locate all the mutants.
Okay. So there's not really a correct spelling on that one. It's like a made up thing.
Well, I mean, there's
I mean, there
definitely
is
a
a
right way to
spelling, but
spell
yeah.
it,
All I know is from Really Mr. Big. It says, all I know is Jacoby Brissett won me a fantasy championship. I'll give it a shot and reserve my crash out for December.
Dude, I like Jacoby Brissett. I mean,
he
Jacoby
fucked Nick over
Brissett
real
can
good.
sling that bitch, dude.
Yeah. I remember that Nick locked the Dolphins on one of those weeks, and Jacoby Brissett came through and put him in the hot dog suit.
I mean,
I
whenever
was
he had to
also
fill
starting him in fantasy at times.
whenever he had to fill in, whether he was on the Patriots or the Colts or the Cardinals, he's always been solid.
Really Mr. Biggs with another super chat says, man, I feel like a proud uncle seeing Dion.
Shout out Dion.
It is kind of cool. I personally didn't watch him that long, but like I know he started out very, very young on YouTube.
Yeah.
And now he's got a mustache and shit.
Hell yeah.
It's gotta be kind of crazy for people who've been like watching from the beginning. Yeah, he always had a little faint mustache there. My thing's frozen. Any other super
Spencer
chats?
Davis with the super chat. He says the Lions team Selly should be the Dr. Evil Pinky.
Yeah, I mean,
first down.
I'm looking forward to this guy being a masterful play caller with this Detroit Lions offense. All right, at least I hope that's the case. Because then the Megamind stuff is less of an insult and more of a fucking like watch out for Megamind. It's a sick
Megamind is a
nickname.
great movie. By
A
the way.
phenomenal movie.
Great
It does not
movie.
get the respect it deserves.
It's really good.
Shout out Will Ferrell.
Saw
Shout
it
out to
in
Jonah
theaters.
Hill. Huh?
When I was a little kid.
I might have seen it.
It was
no,
fire.
I think I saw it I saw it when I was on that cruise.
Saw it in
Megamind's
theaters.
yes.
Yeah.
It does not get the respect it deserves.
Great movie.
I was losing my virginity and watching Megamind. You know, and
No
Trey
way.
Burke. Trey Burke was balling. That was the
2013 against
yeah.
Kansas.
That was the run. Kansas and Syracuse were on the on that trip when I was on the cruise.
Any other super chats clear up?
That was the last one.
Last one. All right.
Megamind's a good movie.
Megamind's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
Where are we going from here? Because we're at 6:07. We usually break at 6:10. What's the game plan here, TD?
How was your day?
Yeah.
How was your days?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about.
Tell me about your feelings.
I feel great. I found some interesting
What's the most
information
traumatic
on
thing?
on our new GM, Drew Petzing. Actually, shout out to Colton Pouncey in True Media. What did I say? GM. My bad. He's also the GM. You guys didn't know that?
Yep. Brad fired.
Fucking idiots.
Broke the news. We're breaking news.
In his 3 years, what was our biggest issues? I say offensive line and third down conversions. Third down conversions was huge for the Detroit Lions this year. Under the Arizona Cardinals, while he was there, they ranked 12th in the league in third down conversion. With a way shittier team.
Yeah, that's good. That is
really
what
good.
Dion said. You know, he mentioned that as well. The third down conversion has been there, and obviously the Lions very struggled on third down this year, especially third and long. Remember, they were like 0 for forever.
And then 23-24, obviously the two top 10 rushing seasons. 2025 fall off. Everyone's probably ranked 31st, second worst in the league. Here's some numbers there for you too. I know you guys already know this too if you watch football outside Detroit Lions. James Conner missed 14 games. Trey Benson, his backup, missed 13 games. Zonovan Knight, the then practice squad guy, missed 5 games. And then Michael Carter was carrying the rest from there, too.
I don't want Zonovan Knight games being thrown into, he missed out on this weapon. Zonovan Knight wasn't
not
there.
Not that he missed on this weapon, but I'm just saying your backup to your backup to your backup was even missing games.
That guy is...
Michael Carter was the guy getting snaps. He carried a couple fantasy teams, too. 11 different offensive line combinations and 13 different starting offensive linemen.
Easy. That means they'll fit in right fucking here then. Because all of our guys get hurt every goddamn year.
Okay,
so are we going to make excuses for him?
You don't put that fucking...
Are we?
He's not wrong.
Nick, what do you mean, are we? If you're dealing with that, you're not going to rank fucking top 10 in a rushing offense.
Who could do that without Zonovan Knight?
That's like if I'm looking at the...
Bam Knight was missing 5 games.
If Todd Bowles was saying that shit, I want to go back and see what game it was.
Yeah.
Was Jacoby Brissett there? Who was the running back? Like, if you're fucking limited, you're probably going to be fairly easy to pick apart. We're going to do certain things.
But it's the rest of it as well. Like I said, it wasn't just Todd Bowles that said that. But
who else?
Braxton Bailey. We blasting Megamind again in here. That man knows his opponent's moves in chess before they even sit down. Love y'all. Facts.
Fuck yeah. Love you too, Braxton Bailey.
Love you too, brother. And then Burn with the super chat. He says, let me be clear. I just want to make jokes about Drew being too smart to lose versus too smart to win.
Yeah.
Too cool for school.
Megamind. I hope he buys into it too.
That would be, I mean.
Honolulu Blue Megamind.
They do Halloween parties every year.
Say that 10 times fast.
I doubt the coaches are invited.
Maybe he paints himself.
Maybe they have 2 separate ones. What? Who's the hot fucking blue bitch from X-Men?
Oh, Mystique.
He just kills him.
He kills his Mystique. Just a different blue person. We don't think he looks
like Megamind. He's like, no, I'm Mystique.
We don't think he looks like Megamind because he's blue. He would have to paint himself blue either way.
One of the concerns I saw, too, in that same article from, again, Colton Pouncey, shout out to him. The Arizona Cardinals lined up at 71% of their snaps shotguns in his 3 years there. Dan Campbell, the second least in the league, 52%. We're very much under center offense. Fit! However, he included a quote in there with Dan Campbell talking about Kyler Murray and how he's
Kyler Murray's a shotgun quarterback for sure.
He's a shotgun quarterback. He can't see over the offensive line.
Yeah, and he was in shotgun his whole career with Cliff Kingsbury and shit, so.
And then also, they were in 11 personnel 53% of the time of his time there. So we've been talking about the 12 personnel, 13 personnel. They ran a lot of 11 personnel there as well. And the success rates for when he was running 13 personnel, and this is, again, the span of 3 years.
3 years.
First in the league. They ran first.
For the most.
The most.
Yeah.
Fourth in success rate.
Okay.
Which is pretty good.
Pretty good.
12 personnel, 7th most, 5th in success rate. 11 personnel, 26.
And how much of 19. That was a construct of Trey McBride being your best player?
And that's part of him, too.
Yep.
Get him open, line him up, and give him favorable matchups.
Poor Daryl with the super chat, and then we're going to go to break. He says, hopefully this 13 personnel keeps us with the highest points per game in the league. Good luck to Calvin with what Brad gives him to work with next year. That is true as well. Like, I know that we're, crashing out over this, even though I gave it a C-. This wasn't the most important thing that needed to be addressed. Like, obviously, This was extremely important because it's a microcosm of Dan Campbell being more free and getting a guy that will really call plays that will free Dan Campbell up a little bit more to do what he does best, which is be a leader of men rather than a offensive play caller. But your offensive line and the defensive talent are the two most important things.
The other thing, too, is where I guess I can have a concern is, you did start to see Jahmyr Gibbs break out as a pass catcher last year. I haven't seen much of that in his offense. And I also haven't watched a lot, to be honest with you, too, though. So we'll figure that as it goes. We're also going to talk about Jameson Williams coming up next as well. How does this fit in? 13 personnel means only one wide receiver.
Caseville Country Boy says it's pretty goddamn sad that our tallest wide receiver is only 6'1".
That's not true.
It's not true.
Isaac Tesla's like 6'5".
Isaac Tesla's like 6'4", 6'5". But
6'7".
You're 40, man. Let me tell you about Mad Packs.
6'7".
Go to getmadpacks.com. Find a store near you. Shout out Mad Packs. They got the best stuff, man. Whether it's the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, or their new line of concentrates, go to getmadpacks.com. Find it near you. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Packs.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Prime Tim.
Don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch Dr. Pierce every Tuesday on Big D Energy, Thursday on Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he shares top-tier advice to keep athletes in peak condition. Trust the guy I trust,
Dr. Jeff Pierce. You know what I'm talking about, though,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Those are funny.
Yeah.
There's this one guy.
Oh, now this week you got a guard.
Yeah.
You're going against Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, there's this one guy who does them for basketball. It's pretty funny. It was like the power forwards, like a young power forward in the early 2000s, like, good luck, kid. Tonight you're going up against prime Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Zach
tough
Randolph.
one right there. Have fun against Tim Duncan. Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace.
That guy's funny.
That guy is funny. And that shit's true.
Yeah, it is.
That's fucking...
That was like the first one I think was the Jeff Teague one. It was like, oh, Jeff, nice. Your first matchup of the season, MVP Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
And then that was a tough one. Now you're going up against Charlotte Hornets Chris Paul.
The first one I saw was the linebacker one. We were talking about Navarro Bowman and all them boys.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Lewis.
Yep.
What up there? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodSports.com. Eazy by Small Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. One of the issues we've discovered while going over the Drew Petzing system is the 13 personnel. Keeping the one wide receiver on the field, the 12 personnel, having 2 wide receivers on the field. When you invested 3 third-round picks into Isaac Tesla.
Your third wide receiver.
Your third wide receiver, by the way, yes. Who looked well.
He
looked
had
good,
a great
played
rookie
well.
year.
I've looked at some solutions. I don't know that necessarily that'll be used in our systems. You're still eliminating one guy off the field, but I feel like Isaac Tesla is big enough to play the Colby Parkinson role. And the reason why I say that is the Rams run. Say nothing right now. The mic's off. My bad. Unplugged it. The Rams run the most 13 personnel in the National Football League. When you watch it, Colby Parkinson sometimes lined up out wide on the X, like on the line. And I think Isaac Tesla could be used in that same kind of way. He's got a big body like that. If you had a motion man inside and motion back outside, like Colby Parkinson actually line up everywhere.
Yeah, and that was my thought process when I broke it down on LNU was that Amon-Ra St. Brown could be used as a pseudo tight end in this system because they like to already use him on those crackback blocks and coming down and helping on the run game, kicking out a linebacker, doing something like that he's very good at. And on top of that, he is a intermediate route runner, and he is a guy very sure-handed and a safety blanket type of guy. So he kind of fits the profile of a tight end in this offense. But then again, that opens him up to more injury risk like we saw last year with him getting rolled up on by offensive linemen because he's getting in there and blocking on run plays. So we'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Amon-Ra St. Brown kind of used as a pseudo tight end in this offense.
And to be honest with you, too, like went over the percentages of splits, that 12% of it was 13 personnel.
Yeah.
So it may not even be that here in
not a
Detroit.
lot.
That's probably something they're doing more so in Arizona because Michael Wilson was a rookie, kind of learning into his own. Marvin Harrison, he makes spectacular plays. He really does. A lot of inconsistencies with him. I'm not ever looking at his numbers and judging that passing offense off of what Marvin Harrison's doing. He's had some of the most atrocious drops I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Very disappointing as, what was he taking, number 2 or number 5?
Top 5.
I know he's top 5 guy for sure. The 12 personnel stuff, I mean, we already do a lot of that. And I think that can work out too. Again, I think the size of Isaac Tesla allows you to manipulate him in this offense in multiple different ways. He blocks hard too. I mean, he's borderline a tight end.
And expect the Lions to draft a tight end in the first 5 rounds of this draft. Like, I think they're going to get one pretty early.
Rams run 13 personnel, a ton, the most in the league. Obviously, they have 2 elite wide receivers, Puka Nacua, Devontae Smith, or Devontae.
But did they trade 3 third-round picks for a third one?
They did not. And honestly, that's on Brad. Like, it really is. You got to bring in a guy that's going to get this run game going. We talked about it, 0-7 games you haven't rushed over 100 yards. That was clearly missing from last year's offense. I mean, it brought Jahmyr Gibbs down from people talking about the best running back of the league to, like, top 5. You know, it's the run game needs to get going. I think it's the most important thing here. The 33rd round picks for Tesla, again, that's Brad fucked that up.
Yeah.
And not that Tesla's a bad player. It's just like, what are we going to do with this? You made such a large investment, and it's like, how often are we going to use this? And that Dan Campbell doesn't run that type of regime where they're running guys based on like the investment in you.
No,
he doesn't care if you're a first round pick. Doesn't care what you're paid to be here. He wants guys who are going to execute.
But now with Khalif Raymond being out, that'll provide more opportunities for Tesla. We'll see. I mean, yeah, we're going to see.
Yeah, on paper, talking about 12 personnel with a bunch of formation, I think Amon's like the odd man out. But you can't be because he's the best wide receiver on the team. It's going to be interesting.
You think Amon's the odd man out?
Based on schematically, yeah, the way the
dude.
scheme is ran. But that's what I'm saying. He can't be because he's the best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah, Jared Goff. We're asking Jared Goff to do it without Amon-Ra St. Brown out there. Good luck.
Where you at, cousin Aaron? Do you know how to mute yourself?
You asking like where I'm at with like our wide receiver core, really, or?
Yeah, just I guess like knowing this guy takes wide receivers off the field. He targets tight ends more than anyone else in the league.
No, that kind of disappointed me right off the rip. It's like, as a Lions fan, I was like really excited about this new offensive coordinator hire, and then of course it was kind of like, it's like just something real vanilla, just something real like, that kind of like. Some people say he could potentially be a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? As far as future, if the offense fails or something like that. But we have a lot of really dynamic wide receivers. So I was really hoping to get a guy that would really emphasize the wide receivers that we have on our team. If you look at it, we got St. Brown, we got Williams, we got Tesla, who's an upcoming wide receiver. So I was just really hoping for someone who would really, utilize those tools we have. But when I really stepped back and thought about it, though, I thought maybe, this is a guy who had a chance, made a few mistakes, and mistakes often, help people learn the most. So this might be a good opportunity for someone like this to really come in and try to make us, name for himself at a really, high profile type job. So we'll see how it goes, but it wasn't my favorite pick, no.
Is Jamo gonna be the odd man out?
Better not be.
Or what?
Or I'll fucking fight that bald fuck myself. Jameson Williams is too dynamic. He was second in the NFL in passer rating when targeted, behind only Puka Nacua. Puka was number 1, Jamo's number 2, and JSN's number 3 in passer rating when targeted. That is one thing that I don't think Dan Campbell will allow Gru to not utilize Jamo, because we saw once Dan Campbell took over the play calling, he was much more Jamo friendly in getting him involved. So, they cannot allow that to happen. He is too damn good, too damn explosive. He is one of the most feared weapons in the league with the rate he scores touchdowns in like terms of receptions. So, no.
I think it'll work out. I think Tesla is more versatile than most wide receivers because he's fucking huge. He's a good blocker. I think he's going to be the Colby Parkinson, if you go watch the Rams. And if not, I'm going to shove his bald head up his own ass because that'd be very disappointing.
Tell us about Chill Medicated. Shout out your grandma.
Perfect segue.
Shout out your
grandma's
grandma,
box.
Oh, shout out your grandma.
Shout out your grandma. Let's face it, no matter what we do, we all have our aches and pains, especially if someone's head is shoved up their own area. You're going to need some Chill Medicaid to deal with that, all right? Chill Medicaid is a line of topical products that are non-transdermal, meaning they do not get you high, to make the perfect fit for your everyday use in any environment. They got Chill Medicated Sub-Zero. They got Chill Medicated Relax Topical Body Rub, Extreme X Body Rub that I recommend, actually. They also got the lotions, and they got the Max product, too. Get it all at chillmedicatedcbd.com.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. seeing true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
When we're done, they go live. All right, Sun Cruiser, you guys know what it is. Best drink in the game out right now. When there's no other better way to do it, we got when you're, doing what you love, watching the best sports in the game. It is Sun Cruiser. It's the best pairing. Check it out right now. They're paired with Woodward Sports. We love it here, and you guys are going to love it too. Sun Cruiser, vodka iced tea, 4.5% alcohol, low in calories. Best drink out right now by far. Sun Cruiser, vodka iced tea. Make sure you guys check it out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodWardSports.com. Eazy with Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Tell 'em.
Share the stream. We couldn't, obviously, big football show. That's how we do it day to day. But we could not have today's show without talking about that Celtics game last night. Because it was
baby.
phenomenal. I actually tuned off most of the national championship game to watch that Pistons game. It just feels good to have big Pistons games again. I guess intense Pistons games were I guess it doesn't mean anything because it's a regular season, but for it to fucking matter,
Yeah. This one meant something easy. This is the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference, one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, and this is the last game of their four regular season games. So you clinched a 3-1 record against them. So that is absolutely huge. That is a statement because right now the Boston Celtics look like the only team in the Eastern Conference, other than the Pistons, that can make a deep playoff run. All these other teams look like they're just going to get to the second round by default. These teams don't. Cavs are a mess. The Knicks have lost 9 of 11. They are just as close to the play-in as they are to the 2 seed. There is a clear separation between 1, another clear separation between 2, and the rest of the Eastern Conference. So this was absolutely a big win. That you can't look at it any other way. This was one of the most important games for the Pistons this season so far.
Yeah, you needed it, man. You went out there and you took care of business, and Cade didn't have the best night shooting. I think his wrist is still bugging him a little bit.
That wrist is bothering him.
But he had 14 assists and 0 turnovers.
Yeah.
So, he's going to impact the game one way or another. Obviously,
he's so good.
A huge block as well. Isaiah Stewart with a huge block. Just the defense that the Pistons play with is so suffocating.
And a stat real quick on Cade Cunningham's assists and turnovers. Cade Cunningham had 14 assists, like you mentioned, 0 turnovers. The Boston Celtics,
I just said that,
as a team, the Boston Celtics as a team, it's to set up this one, had 14 assists and 13 turnovers.
Wow, that's crazy. That's actually nuts.
It would have sounded better if I wasn't interrupted, but it was a good stat.
Yeah, you didn't have to set it up, though. I just said it. You could have just said, and the Boston Celtics. You got to cut down the filler, Chris. Jeez.
He's working on it.
Burn with the super chat says it makes you... It matters when you evangelize. I mean, dude.
It happens, bro.
It matters when you evangelize the Pistons and Cade to jaded unks. Listen, old man, they beat the Lakers, Bulls, and Celtics. Superstar guards rebound. And, you have to tell the unks out there, hey, you can watch this team. You'll like this team. They play basketball the way you want to play.
Dude, we got Deion. How many years have we been trying to get Deion invested to the Pistons to be a Pistons fan? For me, that's my battle, not your guys'. It's been 2 years. And finally, even this guy's turned over watching it.
Yeah.
We're here, baby. But Jaden Ivey was huge in spots. Jalen Dern, even bigger. Tobias Harris, maybe even bigger than that.
Shout out Duncan Robinson as well.
Yes. Duncan Robinson out there, too.
That chap's stuff.
Does that game, though, obviously they broke the streak and beat us the one time. Mm-hmm. And then last night, too, mind you, Tatum's coming back at some point.
Team's going to be worse when Tatum comes back.
Does this make you want to make that extra trade, though? I'm sorry to always bring trade conversations up when we talk Pistons, but, having that game as close as it was, once Tatum returns to form, when is he expected back, I guess, first?
So, right now, they originally projected 8 to 9 months when the injury happened, and we are now in the 8 to 9 month window. So, I would say, though, realistically, I don't expect him to play basketball until March, and I still even see a scenario where they just don't bring him back this season.
Make your own timeline.
Yeah, I just know that they're going to be cautious about the Achilles because that's the one thing that is like the most damning injury in the NBA.
Yeah.
And so I think they're going to be very cautious. I mean, hell, Tyrese Halliburton tore his like 3 weeks later, and he's already out for the season. Like there's no question he's coming back. Even if it was a playoff team, they still probably wouldn't bring him back. So we'll see. I'm not 100% counting him out, but if he were to come back, it would be like March. But to go to your point, Eazy, about the trade, does this make you want to trade? Yes. Like, I've been a component of trade. It's about who is it and the right price. But you have to be careful because what you saw out of Tobias Harris last night is the exact reason why you have to really think about just throwing him in any trade package because there is clearly value.
No.
He has shot horribly from three as of recently. The season average, though, is about what it was last year. It's 33% versus 34%, so still not great. But he just looks like he is a step slower. But you saw him. He guarded Jaylen Brown on the game-winning possession. He scored 25 points. Like, he was absolutely phenomenal in that game yesterday. And so there are those moments where you see that you need either Tobias Harris or a better version of Tobias Harris archetype-wise. So you just have to be careful when trading them out. Are you getting a player that can guard 2 through 5? Are you getting a player that can that can get his own bucket in isolation? Like there's just things to ask with Tobias Harris that I think a lot of Pistons fans are just simply looking at the number of his contract and seeing what player they can get with him.
Is 33% bad for a stretch 4 though? I think that's pretty solid.
Nah, that's not good. That's not good.
For big?
It's not terrible, but it's not.
I don't think that's bad at all.
It's not terrible.
Tobias
but
is shooting
33%. Yes.
Yeah.
On the season.
That's good.
But he's recently been shooting bad.
Yeah, it's been like 10% the past 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, it was 11%.
Not last night.
Yeah.
Not last night.
3 of 8.
Yeah, I'm with you. You sent that text to chat last night. Maybe we do a Karras Ivy combination along with some picks versus just Tobias straight up for that salary.
But to bring in
guy.
to get the salary off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds up to same.
When you get a big
salary.
you're gonna get a little bit of a salary match.
Yeah.
And again, they have a trade exception where they don't even have to give up anybody. Now, they have so much depth that you should be trading somebody, but they could just get for $14 million any player that fits in that trade exception, which would be potentially a Kobe White. And then you could take Ivy and he had a great game the other night. He shot what was it, like 7 of 11 from 3? Like
I wouldn't hate Kobe White.
He's a good player.
He's not a bad player. I'm all about the fit. You guys know that.
I mean, he's a good shooter. I think he would fit well. But anyways, my point is you can make a trade like that and get $14 million player without having to give up any players, or you can also add Karis LeVert and Ivy to a trade, and then that gets you to the exact same money as Tobias. So maybe you package those two instead of Tobias, because if I'm being honest right now, which of those 3 are the most expendable person in the rotation right now? Karis LeVert, Tobias Harris, Ivy. Or just rank them 1 through 3.
Say it one more time.
Ivy, Tobias, or Ivy, Karras, Tobias.
Expendable to this team.
Ivy, Karras, Tobias.
Yeah. Tobias being last.
Okay.
Maybe Karras 1.
I think Karras' defense puts him over. Like, he's bigger. He can guard more positions.
Okay. Ivy's just such a weird.
And he's a veteran.
He has he's been big moments.
Yeah.
The numbers haven't always been there in terms of oh shit, 20 points here. No, he hasn't always had that. But in moments where you need those threes, that's something he's stepped up in the big time. And I remember it happened last year, but I didn't know how much I believed in it because the injury came through. But this year it's pretty on par with what it's been last year, shooting from 3.
But it's also been shaky like it was last year.
Yeah, he's sticky, man. We get the ball. He hangs on to it a little too long, a little sloppy sometimes too. But in his role right now, we're gonna do grades at some point today. I have a pretty good grade for him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear that part. I would agree with that order that Karras and Ivy, whichever one you want to say is most expendable, but those 2, and then Tobias. Because again, if you trade Tobias for the Michael Porter, move, I'm doing that. But you do have to ask yourself: is Michael Porter able to do all the things that Tobias is doing for this team right now? And then you just have to pros and cons weigh out the value. Obviously, Porter being a much better shooter than Tobias. And definitely an isolation score. So I just have to tell you guys to emphasize not patience, but just thinking logically about the player you're bringing in, because this is a team that JB Bickerstaff has said it's superstars in your role. That is what this is. So if you are trading out somebody, that means you are trading out a role, and you have to be bringing somebody in that can either fill that role or do something else that the team is missing right now.
MPJ.
I still like that move.
I like that. I've always.
I would love that move.
Aaron was talking about freaking Jeremy Grant today.
My dream would be to get Kobe White with the trade exception and MPJ, because then you get a guard that I trust in shooting.
Kobe White's your dream? Ugh.
I mean,
Dude, I'm sick of your shit.
Realistic though.
I'm fucking. You always just say some random ass shit when we talk Pistons.
But
during MVP,
I'm being
Kobe
realistic.
White, your dream. What is going on?
Do you think that the Pistons are going to make a big move? I don't think they're going to make a move bigger than Michael Porter.
I'd take CJ McCollum over Kobe White.
I would too, but then you'd have to trade out salary, and I don't see the Pistons doing that move particularly. Like I'm looking at it through the lens of what I think the Pistons could.
CJ McCollum's about to get bought out, dude. They're gonna.
If he does,
a
we better
Kobe
be
White
first
level
line.
player is not somebody you're gonna trade for. You wait for buyouts.
Yeah, you could do that for 2 seconds. You could do that for 2 seconds.
I'd rather have
like
2
it's nothing.
seconds. You could just get somebody that gets bought out. That would be just as good as Kobe White.
Mr. Jiggles, give me Sexton.
we'll
He's
see.
a dog.
I hope so.
Sexton backup point guard, wouldn't hate that.
I saw some Sexton reports out there.
Yep, Sexton's another player where it'd probably get you 2 seconds.
I'm still at a stretch 4.
Well, yeah, for a trade.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's still where I'm at.
Michael Porter Jr. would be the move.
Yeah,
I
agree. That's still number one.
CJ McCollum did get cut by the Hawks, Mr. Jiggles. Yeah, so you wouldn't have to give up anything. You can just sign him.
Sounds like you're talking about
officially
Magic
get cut?
friend,
Mr. Jiggles.
Wait, did he officially get cut?
Yeah, it was like last week.
No, he got traded to the Hawks, but I don't think he got cut, did he? Hold on, I'm gonna fact check that because I'd get him for free. Absolutely.
Varys says Ivy's your second best shooter right now. Agree or disagree?
He did not get cut. There's no way.
Ivy your second best shooter, yes or no?
I don't. Maybe statistically, but in my opinion, I guess. But that's an indictment on the team. That's not something that I'm like holding as like a champion of Ivy. No offense to Ivy, but that just shows the emphasis for a need of 3-point shooting.
He's not cut.
Not cut?
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
He played yesterday. Had 17
Officially
points.
not cut. But
no way. But if he
they're
does,
going to cut him.
Maybe. I mean, look, they're in the play-in. Like they're stuck in the playoffs, so they might as well not get rid of a player that's
Kobe White's ain't getting bought out.
He's not talking about Kobe White getting bought out.
Fuck Kobe White.
He's
dude.
talking about CJ McCollum.
I'm not trading for
Yeah.
Kobe White. I'm saying you're getting a
that's so
player.
random.
You can get a player as good as Kobe White that gets bought out, and you can't.
I hope so. We'll see. Usually they go to contenders, but we'll see.
You're a contender. You're the number one team in the East.
We'll see how the players.
Are we
look
not a
at it.
contender?
I believe we are, but it's all in the eyes of the. It's all in the.
You
eyes
don't think
of the
people
players.
are seeing the Pistons as a contender?
Dude?
But I'm talking about like real contender,
talking
like
players.
championship.
Yeah, they're the number one team in the
like
East.
not show up there. I'm talking about win that bitch.
Yes, they're the number one team in the East.
I don't know. The Lakers just.
You
always
don't think
get
the Pistons
somebody
are a
like-
contender?
I think they're equipped to beat the Thunder right now.
Is anybody if the Pistons aren't?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, the teams in the West.
Denver, if fully healthy.
Probably
I'd
first
put.
team. Yeah, I'd say too. Yeah.
Nah. Pistons could beat the fucking Thunder just as well as anybody could, except for maybe Denver. They're the best team in the East, and you're saying they're not a contender.
This is the worst the East has been in the last fucking 10 years.
That's what they say every year.
No,
the
it's
East-
not. This is
the
clearly
East-
the worst.
And then
So
the
many
East goes,
issues.
hold my beer.
Yeah, the East sucks. All right.
No, the East is actually like shitty this year.
But it's all about the players too. Like when I say contender, yes, factually we're a contender, but it's in the eyes of a player. Like these players,
If
they go
you
to
don't
the
think
Lakers.
players would come to the Pistons to try to win a championship after being bought out this year, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, is that the argument?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's the argument. Yes, people come to the Pistons. We're up
we'll
there.
see.
We're up there.
We'll see. I don't know. It
You
hasn't
don't think that would
happened.
happen? You don't think a player who got bought out would be like, I'm going to go to the Pistons? They're the number one team in the East. They have just as good of a chance of getting to the finals as literally anybody. Like I don't think that's a stretch
Depends.
to say.
It-
Why are you so adverse to say the Pistons are a contender?
Because you're being ignorant to a lot of factors in what a buyout
Ignorant.
is.
You're ignorant.
A lot of
I
times,
would feel like there's like
A lot of times a player might be going to a team that they want to just chuck up shots to get their next contract.
Yeah, and
to
we're
get a better
saying,
payday.
why are you twisting it
be-
around? Do you
No,
think the
because there's
Pistons are a
options.
contender?
Yes, I've said that.
Okay, no,
But
you didn't.
but
You
it's
just
not-
didn't say it
yes,
for like 10
I did.
minutes.
You didn't listen to me.
No,
You
I'm
just
listening
talk
to
over me
you.
like you do. But it was about, it's not about the Pistons being a contender in the eyes of us. That's what I said. But in the eyes of that player, do they think that that is the best situation for them in terms of minutes, opportunity, and obviously playoff success? Like, do the Pistons check the box of all three of those for somebody in the buyout candidate? I hope so. I'd like to think so. But one, we don't know who the buyout candidates are. And two, we don't know what their preferences are going to be. So we can't really say, we can't count on getting a guy in the buyout market right now, which happens after the trade deadline, by the way. So that's all I'm saying is you can't.
I'm saying
count on
I'm
it.
not trading for Kobe White.
Okay,
because
that's
you
fine.
can get a player in the buyout market that would be just as good.
And I'm saying I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can. We'll see. We'll have to look at the buyout market.
How would you power rank? Give me 5 teams in order. Maybe just even 3.
What?
Of like, how would you like? I'd say Thunder, Denver, Detroit.
Yeah, I'd say I would put San Antonio if Wemby was more healthy this season.
That's
but
a good one too.
I would put
Over Detroit though,
and Houston. I think Houston, Detroit is a very good conversation as well. They are a really, really damn good team.
In order.
Yeah. So I would have the Pistons right now. I would have the Pistons 3 right now, and then I would have San Antonio 4, Houston 5. I'd have Houston 4 because Wemby's health is just obviously that's the big X factor in it. But yeah, and then that would be my top 5, and then I'd have Boston at 6.
Fuck Boston.
1 through 5.
1 through 5.
Power rank. Like if you're a veteran trying to win a ring, right now where you signing?
Number 1, OKC. Is Jokic back?
Yeah,
He'll
he'll be
back, yeah.
He should be back any time, like soon.
End of January. Yeah, then probably Denver 2.
Detroit 3.
Pistons 3.
Yeah. And then San Antonio.
Houston. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. However you want to put that one. I could see if someone wanted to put San Antonio 3 right now, I probably got Detroit over them because I'm biased. I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. But yeah, I think that's why I was looking at the conversation when you guys were having it.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is we don't know who the buyout candidates are, so we'll.
Yeah,
have
if anybody
to see.
pays Kobe White $35 million a year, they're getting fired.
Nobody said pay Kobe White 35.
That's in the chat that I was reading and responding to.
Okay.
Yeah, not in today's fucking salary cap era.
Yeah,
no way.
Not with the aprons.
Fuck no.
Dude, those contracts are gonna die down.
14 mil is fine for him. That's it. Like I wouldn't go higher than that.
Did he get that though? He get more
That's
than that.
I think what he's at right now. That's why I think he literally perfectly.
Our guy Jeff
money.
dropping super chats in there. Must have slang a couple mattresses today. He said Pistons are 100% a true threat to win the NBA championship, and the Trey Murphy tryout game is tomorrow. We will trade for him. Pistons over Houston.
How you guys feeling with that wrist stuff? Huh? I'm ready for K to maybe sit out a few games. I don't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I mean, as many as you need. I don't like.
Yep.
Yeah, just
how many
sit
has he
out
missed
until
so
he's
far?
healthy.
Does anybody know?
How many
Can't be a
games
lot.
has he missed?
5.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, I just want to qualify for the 65 hours. I'm sure he wants to as well.
Yeah, he definitely wants to. That's probably why he played these ones.
Yeah.
But he's got the All-Star break coming up, so.
All right, well, let's go to break. Come back. We got some grades to give out.
Alex Anzalone, father of 3, Braxton Bailey. Congratulations
Shout out.
to Alex
Congratulations.
So.
All right, tell us about BlackRock, Chris.
Okay.
BlackRock.
And according to StatMuse, he's missed 5 games so far. 5 of 17.
Damn,
he can
I'm
miss
fucking
17.
You can
good.
only miss 17?
So, yeah, you can't miss more than 17. You can miss 17, but not more. BlackRock Bar and Grill. It is a sizzle above the rest. Check out any of the locations close to you. Heartland, Novi, Canton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davison, where the heavyweights will be next Wednesday. 1 week from tomorrow, they will be there in Davison, and then also Portage. And remember, when you go to BlackRock Bar and Grill, not only are you getting good food, good service, great vibes, but you're also getting a great price by mentioning Woodward Sports. You get 20% off that total food bill. It's BlackRock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Check it out.
I love Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Listen, my UFC Saturdays to my NFL Sundays, the one place I go is Art and Jake's. So I'll also be there. At least the crew will be there. January 30th at the Art and Jake's location in Davison. Speaking of Art and Jake's, Brian Branch goes there.
Yeah.
I had no clue. Listen, that's how you know. If millionaires eat there, that's how you know the food is that good. 8 TVs wall-to-wall, 22 draft beers, and the largest and best menu items. I fucked that up every time.
You did, and you said Davison, but
I thought it was in Davison.
No, that's Black Rock.
That's Black Rock. Check it out.
Oh, Lansing.
Yep, East Lansing.
Gotcha. All right, Chris, you wanted to do grades for the Detroit Pistons?
Yeah.
We're doing grades for the Detroit Pistons. How about you start us off?
All right. Well, let's just do the quick and easy one. I just did the young guys, and then if we want to do a couple of the vets if we have time, but I think the young guys is the one that we're assessing because that's who Trajan put the emphasis on in the offseason. So we start with Cade Cunningham. Does anybody have anything lower than an A+?
No.
Nope.
Yeah. I think that one's clear. He took
when I sat down and did this, I felt dumb. Because I'm not going to lie, my pretty high grades across the board.
No.
How can you not?
We're the number one team in the East. Yeah.
Yep. He's taken every step you wanted a superstar to take. He's higher in the MVP voting, all that stuff. So Cade Cunningham, A+, that's simple to me. Next one, Jalen Duren. What would you give Jalen Duren?
A+.
Okay. Easy?
A+.
So I would. Are the Booth Boys participating in this one? Nick, Aaron, you guys want to get in on this too? I just want to make sure.
What was your grade while they're getting situated?
Yeah, so while they're getting situated, mine was a B+ because of the fact of he took tremendous strides in November, but he has dropped a lot in terms of his last couple months in performance. So, like, he went from his November stats were 21.5 and 12.6 points rebounds and points per game with 2.3 assists, 1.8 stocks, 5.7 free throws. They have fallen every month, and now he is January. He is 15 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 1.3 free throws made. So he has been dropping in almost every category for the last couple months, and
Still
I'm not
impactful,
saying
though.
and I'm not saying that that can't turn around. I'm just saying that's why it's not an A+ to me. If you want to go A-, that's fine too. But I went B+ because I think he had a fantastic November, fantastic start to the season, and then he hasn't gotten able to get back there. So, that's
I'm going A+
far away.
because I didn't expect him to be a 22.15 rebound guy this year. So if he's around 17 and 12, then that is by far an A+ for me, especially with the way his defense has improved.
Okay. Booth Boys, what do you got?
DNC ENT says B+ with a Giannis ceiling.
So real quick, just on Cade, I'm giving him a 97 out of 100 for his three-point shooting. I think if he takes that step, you're legitimately talking about the best player in the NBA or, a top 2 to 3 player. I think he's hanging around top 5, but to get into that NBA championship game against, the Thunder, he's going to have to shoot better than 32%, 33% from the three-point line. And when he does take that stride, you're legitimately talking about him as the best player in the NBA. So that's the only thing I want to see Cade work on right now. I thought he's done a tremendous job with the turnovers. But if he can start knocking down those threes consistently, you're talking about the best player in the NBA.
Okay. Next up, we'll go. Oh, Aaron, go ahead. Do you got a grade?
Yeah, I who are we talking about? Cade right here or Jalen?
Cade Duran, go ahead.
Okay, I give them both an A+. I mean, they've both done everything it takes as far as, being a professional on and off the court. They're both doing what one of the most important things is progressing. They're getting better and better every time they step out on the court, which that's all you can really ask for from like your superstar players. So I think they're both doing an excellent job. I think like he may have mentioned, there's a couple things we could really pick on, like the turnovers with Cade and maybe his 3-point shooting. But other than that, I think they're on an excellent path. It's really awesome seeing Cade become such a superstar. He's been my favorite player since we drafted him. So I just give him an excellent grade. It's all you want to see out of your favorite player is go the path that he's going. He's all-star guard starter this year, so he's only gotten better and better. So I'll give him an A+.
A+.
All right. Let's go to another young guy, Asar Thompson. Where you guys at with Asar?
B-. I think
that's my lowest grade.
Yeah, his defense has been there. We knew his defense was going to be there. He's one of the best defenders in the league, but obviously the shooting and free throw shooting have not improved at all, and he seems more timid when attacking the rack. He's been better lately when attacking with kind of ferocity and really, really trying to get in there, but his just complete lack of anything productive offensively from last year is what's holding him back.
I give him a C+, man. I'm sick of the bunnies just fucking hopping out. I wish, if he is listening, if anyone who knows him is listening, dunk the basketball,
Dunk the ball.
brother. You're more than capable of doing it.
Dunk the ball, please. Did you see that Stu and Duran do not allow him to have full-time participation in the dog pound because he's too nice to the rim?
I like that.
Yeah.
He's
great.
way too nice.
Yeah.
There was a situation I was watching my girl the other night. I was like, I forgot what it was. You got a tech on someone. And I don't think it was last night's game. It was another game where I was like, his brother would have punched that guy in the mouth.
Yeah.
I was like,
he's the nice twin.
He's the nice twin.
Amon's the evil twin.
I was like, there's no way in hell. I'm like, if you saw his, there's no way in hell his brother would let that shit slide.
Yeah.
I need him to tap into it like one time.
Yeah, and I think there's encouraging signs with that. The way Duran took that leap in his third year, you're hoping aggressively that Asar will do the same. But I had a C- for the reasons that you guys mentioned, because if you look at the stats, he hasn't improved anywhere. Like, he's only went down in percentages. He's improved by 1 assist per game, but all of his other stocks 1.8, just like last year. Like, everything has been pretty much the same for him in terms of statistical output, except he is shooting 1 more shot per game and shooting a less field goal percentage. So, like, if you are not growing, I can't give you better than a C. Like, if you're not showing me any progression,
A C-?
But C- because he's actually slightly under because of the finishing. So that's where I land with it with C.
Asar Thompson is the same as Drew Petzing. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I mean,
he's a Drew Petzing of basketball.
Nick's going to give him an F, so we know
the Durham
that.
one was crazy, though. You just called him fucking Giannis the other day. Give him a fucking B.
I didn't. You guys are going to just guess
a bigger, stronger
Giannis. Oh, yeah,
Giannis.
better than Giannis.
A bigger, stronger Giannis.
I said that what he showcased was a ceiling that was unobtainable, but you guys just talk over me and don't listen.
Ghost Cookie says
You did not say
handles better this year.
I did say unobtainable.
Rebound better. He says B-. I'm with that. Yeah, C- is harsh. Chris is.
Yeah, I got B- as well.
Chris going for reactions today.
I'm not going for reactions. I'm just saying, brother. Like, this is how I grade things. If you didn't progress, then you average to me, and the C- is slightly below.
C- is below. Yeah. Okay. All right,
it's slightly below average because of the finishing that you mentioned. The bunnies.
Who's
That's
next?
worse statistically.
Asar Thompson. I'm sorry, Asar. Tobias Harris.
Oh, okay, no wonder why Easy's taking control, because he knows who I was gonna say next.
Who? All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ivy, but we can do Tobias.
Starter.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Yeah, Ivy. Tobias. Where you at?
C.
Okay.
C+. He's doing, but the 3-point shooting needs to get better. But other than that, he has been as consistent as he always is with the secondary scoring, with his defense and his rebounding. So, yeah, I would say a C+.
Okay, Easy.
You know what's fair actually for your star stuff? The free throws. The free throws were down too. I forgot about that.
I didn't mention that, but yes, that's another reason I factored in.
See, and you didn't fucking notice that. You gave him a C- on some hater shit.
No, I looked at the number. I have the numbers right here.
You're good. You're good. I'm just giving you shit. Tobias, I'm gonna go B. I feel like the argument you made for Asar, Tobias kind of the same. He's doing the same shit.
Exactly why my grade is the exact same with the Asar.
But you give him a C-.
Yeah, which is what I gave
Tobias
Tobias.
a C- too.
Because, and also to mention with him, it's that all his numbers are almost the same, just a slight dip. Plus the eye test, not finishing fast breaks as well, and durability.
These are harsh, man.
His durability is a little less, but that's my grade for him. Duncan Robinson, the other starter.
A. If I'm judging these guys on the rolls, A. Playing defense, passing the ball, knocking it down.
Yep. He had a little lull in the three-point shooting, but that's going to happen with volume shooters, and he's back to stroking that thing, cuzzo. So
Boston was attacking us with their whites. We were fighting back with ours.
Yeah, I'll give him an A. His
Boston's like, I like that Duncan Robinson guy.
They got 2 whites and then literally fucking a guy last name White.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The
whites were getting after us
last night. Yeah, no, Duncan's been great. Yeah, I'll give him an A. Flat A.
I had A+. I think he's done everything that you
Nick
want
today?
from him. Like everything that you want from him, he's done. So he's improved everywhere defensively, and it shows that the Pistons, both organizationally and roster-wise, can make it.
His secondary playmaking was always there. I knew that was going to be an improvement over Malik Beasley. His ability to pass out of three-point opportunities when getting chased off the line or dealing with screens and pick and rolls and things like that. But his ability to get to the basket when he wants to has been pretty good this year. And I thought that was going to be a little bit of a drop-off from Beasley, but he has been good attacking the lane when they run him off the three-point line.
His defense is better, too. I was wrong when I said Beasley was better. I was straight up wrong.
I told you guys that signing was a sneaky good signing.
That's cap. I was the one that was fighting for Duncan Robinson against both of you guys.
All right.
I think it was both of you guys, I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, it was definitely
me. It was definitely the most vocal.
It was those two. It was
Italian,
those two.
and he likes
What? You talking shit?
Yeah, but I do.
You think Nick didn't like the white Michigan player? That's just
he
not
did
true.
it. He did it, and that's what shocked the room. That's why I remember it. But Ivy,
Nick. Ivy, D.
Ivy.
Yeah, I guess
he had a good game last night. Good couple shots, but
I
need
wrote
him to
down
be getting
B,
more than
but
15 minutes a game, and he has not been. He's not been as explosive. He has not been as good in transition. He has not been as good of an on-ball defender that we saw him growing into last year before the injury. And obviously, a lot of this is because of the injury, so I'm not putting it all on Ivy. But he's been off to a very, very slow start this season trying to get back to where he was. So
I think it depends on like where you expected his role to be in the team this year. Yeah. I've always wanted him off the bench, so I'm going to go C+. I had a B initially, but Spinney made a good point.
No, yeah.
I just want to piss people off too.
Spencer got the right letter grade. It's D.
Wow.
You know, like he. I mean, where has been the improvement? And again, I am understanding of the injury and stuff. But if I'm just judging the performance itself, where has the improvement been? In fact, you've seen several areas of regression. So it's been a D right now, and hopefully he can turn around. But his minutes have been getting cut too. Like he's not playing 20 minutes a game now. He's playing
rightfully
15,
so.
17. Yeah, exactly. So I can't give him more than.
I want Dennis out there more than him.
Would you have Aaron?
Aaron's a big Ivy guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What is your grade? You're the big Ivy dude.
I'm honestly gonna give him a C.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him a C just because we gotta think back a little bit. We're still coming out of the Killian Hayes phase. You know what I'm saying? So.
What a low
So Killian Hayes could never, when we talk about hitting 7 threes in a game, coming off, an injury, trying to ramp himself back up. So, I mean, Jaden Ivey to me kind of got that lineage. His mom's a coach. His dad played. He's just one of those players.
That shit ain't sweet no more. He's got to start performing.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Coming off the injury, I feel him ramping up. And I was talking to Eazy about this earlier. So many people were so quick to say trade Ivy, trade Ivy, trade Ivy. And it's like, you can even hear the way Cade talks about Ivy. Cade's talked about Ivy a few times, and he'll say things like, oh, he hasn't had a chance to get going the way we want him to get going, but we know this guy's a great player. So I just think we just really need to let him continue to play. He's on, the top team in the East right now. He's continuing to get better and better every week. So I just think eventually he will really start to pick up the pace of the game. So
Kate has to say that. That's like me telling my girl every meal she makes.
I know, but like
excellent.
even a guy hitting 7 threes in a game, he's starting to get a little bit more aggressive. He's picking up the pace. You can watch a lot of his highlights from before he was hurt. He's fast. He's a really fast player. So if he can pick up that speed again and become that player he was right before he was injured, we can have a really good guard on our team as well. So.
Absolutely, and we gotta get out of here. We still got to do a couple ad reads before we leave, so we got to knock those out. Tell us about Ven Johnson, Nick.
Best fighter in the game right now is Ven Johnson. He's going to do everything in the courtroom to fight for you to make sure that you come out on top. So if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation in terms of legal trouble, one guy to call. It's Ven Johnson over at Ven Johnson Law, or check him out at venfights.com.
Gold Crown.
Take your chill game to a championship level. Gold Crown, you guys know the slogan, smoke like royalty. Gold Crown is a Michigan brand through and through with some of the finest cannabis products in the state. Whether it's the Crown Jewel gummies packed with flavor that keep you vibing, or infused Jester pre-rolls that hit harder than a Lions linebacker, Gold Crown is all about giving you top shelf quality without the royal price tag. All rise to the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. For Eazy, for Nick, for Aaron, for Chris, I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We'll see you guys later. Peace.